This game, besides the fan bases and how they feel about one another, the road to Detroit is a part of the outcome of this game tonight.
Yeah, it goes through the two teams tonight. Whoever wins this game most likely grabs one of those seeds, the Detroit game, the league championship game here in roughly a month. But if you're looking at some of the keys, keep a track of DeQuan Finn, period. One of the best runners in this league, one of the best running quarterbacks in this league. You're going to be in a spy on him all day. 2, attack the slot. Just found out before the game that their DB, Silas Walls, who normally plays the nickel, plays in that slot. He's out tonight, so that might be a real opportunity for Chase Hendricks. Finally, this is a home game. What do? You win at home. You're going for 11 in a row. This is the Miami game. Nothing else will get you up. This game doesn't naturally already do.
Ohio's last loss at home, oh, by the way, if you're keeping count, was on October the 28th of 2023. And the team that will be the visiting team in tonight's game was the team to perform that game and won that game over Ohio back on October the 28th of 2023. That would be also your Miami REDHAWKS. So hopefully history does not repeat itself here tonight. Again, it's Ohio and Miami. Stay with us. More of our pregame show coverage coming up. Bobcat Game Day from Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium in Athens, Ohio. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Located on 741 East State Street, Steak and Shake is serving up handmade milkshakes, fresh pressed steak burgers, and crispy shoestring fries cooked right to order. Kick off your day with our breakfast served until 11 a.m. And don't forget to join us for happy hour drinks and shakes on weekdays from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m.
Straight up the middle of the field, and he will saunter into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio. Straight up the middle, straight into the end zone.
In sight, it must be right. We'll see you there at Steak and Shake Athens.
The Uptown Clinic powered by Holzer is located at 5 North Court Street in Athens. Nurse practitioner Amy Ward and staff provide walk-in urgent care services, on-site lab testing, primary care services, and much more. If you're on your way to work, class, or back home and need care, stop by the Holzer Uptown Clinic, conveniently located for Ohio University students, staff, and families. That's the Holzer Uptown Clinic at 5 North Court Street in Athens.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Holzer.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff between Ohio and Miami in the Battle of the Bricks. Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios. Nothing going on in the top 25 tonight, so let's shift gears a little bit now that we're into crossover season and take a look at what's going on around college basketball. We got a few games in the top 25 tonight, one that has gotten underway already. Number 1, Purdue is up 13-7 early against Evansville. 14:48 left in the first half in that ball game. And then we've got 3 other games featuring ranked teams tonight. Number 9, Kentucky will open their season at home against Nichols. Then at 8 o'clock, number 10, Texas Tech will welcome in Lindenwood. And then the big game of the night, part of the Dick Vitale Invitational at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. It's number 6, Duke, taking on Texas. That game's scheduled to start at 8:45. Ohio basketball will next be in action on Thursday. They are playing at 7 o'clock at home against Illinois State. That's the next time we have any basketball involving MAC teams. Pair of other games at 7 o'clock Thursday night. Western Michigan hosting Northwood, and Bowling Green taking on Bethany. Both of those non-D1 opponents for the Broncos and the Falcons. Elsewhere in the state of Ohio, the Columbus Blue Jackets have their next game tomorrow night. They're in the middle of a West Coast swing right now. They will be at the Saddle Dome to battle the Calgary Flames at 9:30 tomorrow night. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers will be at home tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, welcoming in the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll get our first batch of college football playoff rankings tonight as well. So that's what's going on elsewhere around the country. As again, we're about 20 minutes away from kickoff between Ohio and Miami. We'll hear from head coach Brian Smith next on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
CareSource is a nonprofit health insurance company. That means we actually invest what we earn back into our members. So with CareSource, you get so much more than Medicaid health benefits, like extra help finding a steady job, a safe home, or dependable ride. You see, we're not just hoping to improve your health, we're giving you the resources and rewards you need to live a better life. Does your Medicaid plan do that? CareSource, today and always, trusted. Learn more at caresource.com.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with a People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Holzer.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Kickoff is moments away. But first, let's hear from head coach Brian Smith and today's coach's comments. Presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. With Coach Smith, here's Marty Bannister.
Ohio's back home on this Tuesday evening, the opening of the Maction portion of the schedule. The Miami REDHAWKS come in. Ohio coming off of a road victory at Eastern Michigan, 28-21, as we visit with Coach Smith. Number one, before we start talking about Miami, Brian, let's look back at the game at Eastern Michigan. What did you like about your football team?
Yeah, I loved how we finished that game. I thought we played a really good second half, and I love how our defense really hung together after those first two drives, settled in, and played a really good rest of the game at that point. And then obviously how the offense can finish games running the football and creating explosives.
You've talked a lot about, in our conversations, and I'm sure with the team, about finishing games strong, and I think that one was the very proof of what you've been telling your team all season, wasn't it? Yeah, we emphasized run to win, and I love how our defense created a turnover in the second half and how we were more explosive in the run game and more physical as the game went on. A lot of that goes to the play of your offensive line. I know you take obviously a great deal of pride in what they do up front. What have you liked about them? Was that one of their best games on Saturday? Yeah, I thought they played well, and I thought they got better as the game went on. And it's a combination. It's a mixture of how hard the backs run too, and their physicality, and Parker's ability to make plays with his feet and carry out his fakes to pull an extra defender.
So it's a collective effort when we're running the ball well.
I know you ask a lot of your center, Nick Marinero, because of the things that he has to do up front, and that's a big part of it as well, too. Was that one of his better games on Saturday?
Yeah, I thought he played well, and when he can direct the traffic up front and get everyone on the same page, we're going to play a lot better football.
Let's talk defensively about your team right now, and you'll get Jack Freese back for the game tonight. He played some at Eastern Michigan. I know you're dealing with some bumps and bruises at some other spots right now, but from a depth standpoint, it's good to see those guys that are given the opportunity step up, and you've been getting that a lot too this season.
Yeah, we're happy to have Jack back. He should have a much more expanded role this week than he had last week. We really wanted to rep count him just to make sure that he wasn't overloaded in his first game back, and we're expecting to have Cam back for this game, and I think Charlie's progressing really well and playing really well, and Mikhail got a chance to play a bunch last week. So I love how Coach Woods coaches that group and develops his guys, and is preparing whoever has to play.
There was a stretch in the Eastern Michigan game, Coach, where they went 8 straight possessions without allowing points at Eastern Michigan. They got the last one right at the end of the game. Is that an indicator of what they're capable of?
Yeah, I think when they're playing really hard and they're sound in their schemes, it is hard to move the football on them. And I know that from experience from practicing against that unit for the last 4 years, and the frustrations that you get in spring ball and in fall camp, trying to get first downs.
Before we talk in depth about Miami itself, I want to get your thoughts on how you've prepared your team for the impact of this game. Knowing the history of it, you can have a lot of different players on your team who may not have taken part in a game like this, or certainly in a Miami game. Have you spent any time maybe doing a little history prep for this one tonight?
We have. That was the first thing we did in the prep for game week, was educate the team on the history of the rivalry, and how long it dates back, and some of the great moments within that matchup. And then the other part is just ensuring that our guys are ready to play loose and aren't tight because it is a rivalry or because there's conference implications on the game. I want them to really show how much they care and trust their teammates and play really hard for each other, and aren't focused on external factors.
Let's talk about Miami on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of it starts with DeQuan Finn, who's been around the league seemingly forever, back after spending a year at Baylor, after having a great career his first few years at Toledo. What stands out about what he's able to do at quarterback?
Yeah, he's very dynamic as an athlete. I think throws the ball really well too, which creates challenges. And having the ability to contain him and keep him in the pocket, not let him extend plays and create with his feet, is really important. And obviously we know that firsthand with how we're able to use Parker. And, he creates a lot of those similar issues.
Does that help in preparation for him having to go against what Parker Navarro does every day in practice?
I think it helps with our defensive staff's prep that they're used to seeing a really athletic quarterback. And it's different, though, once it's live. Than when you're just practicing and the play gets called where someone gets near the quarterback. So now when you actually have to tackle them, they can step out of stuff. It extends. So it does present more challenges once you are really live.
Their offensive line did not allow a sack in the game at Western Michigan, and obviously keeping Finn in the pocket and not allowing him to get to the edges will be big tonight. How good is that group they have up front, and how big is that matchup this evening?
I think it's a solid group, and that's a big part of the game is how you can win the line of scrimmage. And for our defense, it's how do you create pass rush with 4 guys, and I think that's an important part of the game.
What stands out about Miami defensively?
I just think they're really sound and they play hard, and that's been their MO the last 4 years that I've played them. Is they don't do a ton, but what they do, they're very sound. They execute really well. I think they're coached well, and their guys play hard.
It's a battle of bricks, Ohio and Miami. Coach Lawrence, we appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks, Marty. Appreciate you.
Head coach of the Bobcats, Brian Smith. Stay with us. More of our pregame show coming up from Peden Stadium. Frank Solich Field as Ohio gets set to face the Miami REDHAWKS. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen? Mind your business. I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck? I said, mind your business, Billy. It's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered. Because unlike you, minding our business is their business. Oh, that's simple human sense.
Protect your business with the right partner. Talk to an advisor at Bickle Insurance. BickleInsurance.com.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters. Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com for Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
You're listening to Ohio Football, the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
OU. Oh, yeah.
We were chasing, has him in the backfield and throws him down for a loss. Morrow again goes back to throw, rushes on, heaving it, has a receiver wide open, making the catch, and going into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio, Chase Hendrick.
It's a new era in Athens.
I'm looking forward to make the greatest fans in the MAC proud of our players and program.
We'll look to throw into the end zone for Max Rodarte. Touchdown, Ohio.
But we're still the kings of the MAC.
For the first time since 1968, Ohio rules the MAC.
And we're just getting started.
Mark Hill's back to throw. He looks, he steps up into the pocket. He tries to make the pressure, and he goes down to the backfield, and that will do it. Ohio has beaten West Virginia.
Learfield presents Ohio University Football. Today's broadcast of Ohio Bobcat football is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance, Simple Human Sense, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, doing whatever it takes, CareSource, dependable Medicaid health benefits plus the extra support you need for a better life. CareSource, today and always, trusted. BBI Logistics, built on better integrity, integrated services for behavioral health. Stay connected. And by Ohio Health, the official sports medicine and orthopedics provider of Ohio University Athletics. Ohio Health, believe in we. Now, along with Rob Cornelius, here's the voice of Bobcat football, Marty Bannister.
So much rides on the outcome tonight of Ohio and Miami. First place, the road to Detroit, all hinge on the outcome of this one this evening as the Bobcats and the REDHAWKS renew acquaintances this evening here in Athens. Welcome back to Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium. Along with Rob Cornelius, I'm Marty Bannister. We'll hear more from Matt Schweikert as the evening rolls along as we close in on kick. Rob, you've been involved in so many of these games, be it as a broadcaster, be it even in your days as a student at Ohio. There's something special about a Miami game.
No, and these are always big. And as we said, whether these teams were both good, both bad, somewhere in between, these have always been the Super Bowl of each team's season. And this year, again, it means something. It means something big, just like it did last year, twice.
Ohio again comes in a game behind Miami in the conference standings at 3-1, while the REDHAWKS arrive tonight at 4-0. When life gets real, start at Kohl's, where we've lowered prices on thousands of items your family needs for whatever life brings. Kohl's, where families come first. And as the #1 mortgage lender in Athens, we're here to help you every step of the way, from your first home to your next home. We're looking out for your best interest. That's OUCU Financial, where you belong. So much talked about this game, but again, it will come down, you hear the categories looked at, the little things, the big things. I think to try to separate these two teams would be hard to do from a statistical category. They both do so many things well. But the one thing that Miami has been doing I guess it might be fair to say that they haven't been doing is turning the football over. In their last 5 games that they have won, Rob, they've only turned the ball over twice. The first 3 games, they turned it over a half dozen times.
Yeah, net positive on turnovers. They're not a team that gets, again, is loose with the ball. DeQuan Finn occasionally is going to throw an interception, but he's a lot like Parker Navarro. They do a lot of the same things, well, both run and pass numbers, very, very similar. And he is the straw that stirs the drink.
And also, they have been hard to get off the field in this 5-game winning streak. They have gone 31 of their last 70 on third downs after going 4 for 28 in the first 3 games. Now, again, the first 3 games were Power 5 opponents, or 2 of the first 3 were Power 5 opponents, but nonetheless, that's still a pretty impressive number. The REDHAWKS, again, have won 5 in a row after dropping their first 3 games of the season. From a team category standpoint, Miami enters tonight offensively 4th in the MAC in total offense at 366 yards a game. They are 5th in rushing the football, and they are 5th in passing. Ohio comes in number 2 in the league in total offense at 434 yards a game. Ohio's the best rushing team in the league at 209 yards a game, and 3rd in passing at 225 yards per game. Ohio is best in the MAC. Speaking of getting teams off the field in third down conversion, Ohio at a 44% conversion rate coming into this one. Ohio also in the red zone has been very efficient this year. Ohio, 81%, but they've scored 22 touchdowns this year, Rob. That's the most in the MAC.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot of points. When they've gotten in close, they used to be this team had trouble scoring when they got in too close. Instead of being able to pick and choose opportunities passing the ball and getting 6 rather than getting 3 most of the time.
Ohio defensively holding opponents to a 34% third down conversion rate, while the Bobcats are 8th in total defense, allowing 384 yards a game. Ohio against the pass allows 230 yards a game, which is the 3rd highest mark in the league, but very stingy against the run, just allowing 153 yards a game. Ohio has 13 quarterback sacks this season, and that'll be a big number tonight. You got to keep an eye on number 1, DeQuan Finn.
Yeah, again, Ohio will get after the quarterback, but Miami gets after the quarterback in a big way as well. You got to get after Finn. Miami, on the flip side, their defense has sacked the quarterback 25 times. They'll get after you, and they've kept teams off of Finn pretty well. I believe there's 6 sacks against him against the Miami offense this season.
Bobcats just down to our right are about to take the field, led by Rufus on the motorcycle. Here they come with the cannon booming in the background. Captains are about to meet out at the midfield stripe. The Miami defense enters tonight 4th in the league at 326 yards per game. Against the rush, they have allowed just 123, which is the 3rd fewest yards on a per-game basis. They have intercepted 6 passes this year and have allowed opponents to convert on 203 yards on a per-game passing number, which is 6th best in the league. It's interesting as well, too, to note, against the rush this year, Miami has held 3 of their opponents as a team under 100 yards, which, as we mentioned a moment ago, is what Ohio does very, very well, run the football.
Yeah, that's an Ohio move, basically, to take you out of the run by not letting you get big yards on a 1st and 2nd down, forcing uncomfortable 2nd and long, 3rd and long passing, and putting stress on that quarterback Finn, whose completion percentage is under 60%. Not great. 57, he's made mistakes, but he's not throwing a big 70 or 75 kind of clip.
Of course, Finn was at Baylor last season after transferring to the Big 12 after having a tremendous run up at Toledo and left for Baylor. And again, like a number of transfers have seen, you can look at both of the guys on Ohio's roster, Shedrick Rhodes and C.A. Bangura. Sometimes the grass isn't always greener. The money may be greener, but the grass isn't always greener.
But you get back to a place where you can win, and you can win a lot. And Finn probably had his best game since the return last week.
Chris Lamangi is our referee tonight. The captains are meeting at the midfield stripe. This is the same officiating crew, for those of you who keep track of such things, that we had in Muncie in the Ball State game. And we will listen in to this evening's coin toss.
It is the tails. You've won the toss.
Defer.
You want to defer? You want the ball? Which way do you want to kick?
This way.
Put your backs to this goal. Put your backs here. Miami won the coin toss and deferred their choice to the second half. Ohio will receive to start the ball game.
And before we get to this evening's kick, we will pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Height, weight, speed, all those things.
Right here at Frank Solich Field. Even though it is a Tuesday night, it is still Miami, and there is still a good crowd making its way still into Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium. And that's the one aspect of this game, too, I think is so big. So many people have asked Rob at the basketball game last night. They've asked me at the basketball game, seeing folks around town today, what do you think? And to me, one of the big edges in this game is the simple fact that it's in Athens.
Yeah, home field advantage. At far side, those east stands are filling in. Will be nearly full once the band gets reseated over there. But again, for Ohio, it's a home game. The weather's fine. It's been high. It's high 40s, 50 right now. People are going to come to this game and stay for a while.
Miami at 5-3, and their last game, they knocked off Western Michigan in a battle of teams jockeying for the top spot in the conference. A 26-17 win for Miami in Oxford. That was the same day Ohio managed to rally from behind and beat Eastern Michigan 28-21. Back deep for Ohio, Duncan Brune is split to the far side. And to the near side for Ohio is C.A. Bangura back to return kicks tonight. The Warner Kia opening kickoff is here. Warner Kia, 501 7th Street in Parkersburg, West Virginia, or online at warnerkia.com. Ohio's been juggling different return men with Iman Dennis out and battling injuries and bumps and bruises, and Max Rodarte out for the season. Tank Pearson has done some of the work back there, but tonight it's Bangura to the near side and Brune to the far side. Miami getting set to kick the football away. As we get this one underway tonight here in Athens, Kellen McLaughlin will do the honors. Miami wearing the road white jerseys with red pants, red trim, lettering and numerals, and white helmets. The right leg is swung. The high end-over-end kick will sail into the end zone where Bangura will catch it and go down to a knee. And the Ohio Bobcats are playing football tonight here in Athens as they take on the Miami REDHAWKS. Ohio will get the football. First down and 10 to start this one tonight. Ohio as a team scores 29 points a game, which is second best in the Mid-American Conference. Miami allows its opponents to score 21 a game, which is the fourth fewest in the Mid-American Conference. Ohio have the football moving from our left to right and will scrimmage at the near side hash. Parker Navarro leads the Bobcats clad in black tonight. Green uniform numbers, white stripes along the shoulder pads. And we're about to get underway. Navarro takes a snap and goes back to throw and looks and sends the ball intended at the 30-yard line for Chase Hendricks and overthrew him. Incompletion. And that brings up a quick second down and 10.
Yeah, Chase just released, ran about a 4-yard stop ball well over his head, but Miami clearly was not going to bump him on the line. They're giving him space to catch the short stuff.
2 games against Miami last year. Navarro 33 of 49 throwing the football, but the highlight was the win in Detroit where he was 20 of 27. Second down and 10. Bangura's off to the left of the Ohio quarterback. As Ohio scrimmages were just underway. Under the lights, the full moon shining high over the Hocking River here in southeast Ohio. The tight end Williams goes in motion. Handoff will go to Bangura. Tries to find some running room and is thrown down right at the Max Shield logo. That play might lose a yard as crashing in for Miami was Jackson Kuwach, one of the linebackers. Got to Bangura in a heartbeat, and that play will, well, basically the line of scrimmage. No gain, so quickly a third down and 10 for Ohio.
Yep, nothing there, and Ohio spreading out, getting another receiver in the game, looks like. Getting lighter.
Kuwach, a 6'4", 232-pound fifth-year senior out of Cincinnati. His 55th tackle of the season. Third down and 10, Ohio. Bangura off to the right now. We have movement across the offensive line as Ohio right tackle Jordan Jones came out of his stance.
Ball start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
So that'll push the Bobcats back 5. Ohio has really done a pretty good job penalties this year. One of the least penalized teams in the Mid-American Conference.
They've just come in kind of like heavy showers when they come. They come all at once.
Third and long, 3rd and 15. Bangura again off to the right of Navarro in the shotgun formation. Navarro, a couple of hand claps, takes the snap and goes back to throw. Steps up into the pocket now, evades the pressure, runs into his own lineman, comes to the near side across the 25, angling to the near side, and is shoved out of bounds at the 26. He bumped right into Davion Weatherspoon, his left guard, who was trying to clear a path for him. And out of bounds goes Navarro. It's a gain of 6, but it is still way shy of the first down. And Miami will get the football as Magnus Haynes will come on to punt it away.
Yeah, Miami did a good job in the umbrella there. Left a man with Hendricks the whole time. Even after the play broke down, essentially the other 10 guys came back in the direction of Navarro. Just got caught up in traffic inside that right hash. Miami did a good job containing.
Back deep for the REDHAWKS. To field the punt is Linnell Phillips-Williams. Here's the kick by Haynes. High waffling kick, and a fair catch will be signaled for at the 32-yard line. So a 42-yard kick with no return, and Miami will put their offense onto the field here for the first time in this one tonight, led by quarterback DeQuan Finn, the transfer from Baylor. a Detroit native. 6'2", 201-pound, sixth-year player, sixth in the MAC in passing, 89 of 155, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks, 12th in the league in rushing, 384 yards on the ground. One of the big keys, of course, keep him in the pocket. It will be a big part of this one tonight for Ohio's edge rushers, Anas Lukman, Jay Crable, to make sure Finn does not find the corners.
He does not get sacked a lot. You got to contain him, though.
First down and 10, Miami. They have the football at their own 32-yard line, near side hash from our right to left. Finn out of the shotgun formation has Jordan Brunson off to his right, and will hand the football to Brunson, and he's got a little bit of running room, dragging a Bobcat defender with him, Charlie Christopher, the middle linebacker. And Christopher hangs on and slows him down, and Brunson gets out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 8.
Yeah, they're leading rusher right now, nearly 90 carries in the season, over 400, a couple scores. They've blended the work at running back between multiple backs.
But he's been very big the last couple of weeks.
Sure has.
Brunson has rushed for 212 yards against Eastern and Western Michigan. Second down and 1 for Miami. Play caller's dream right here, offensive play caller, 2nd and 1. Finn with Brunson off to his left. Takes the snap and will go back to throw and will come near side, and the pass is caught at the 48, and diving into Ohio territory with the catch for Miami was Cole Weaver, 6'3", redshirt sophomore wideout, his 22nd catch of the season. The play carries to the Ohio 46-yard line where he was bumped down to pick up a 14 and a Miami first down.
Yeah, another tough matchup for Tank Pierce on the outside. That's a taller receiver. He seems to always draw that guy.
Finn, 6th in the league in passing. 89 of 155 coming in. Miami has moved into Ohio territory in this initial possession with 12:17 to go here in the first quarter. Finn will go back to throw. Protection breaks down. He'll heave this one upfield, and the pass is incomplete. Was that one deflected to the line of scrimmage?
It may have been. There was contact near him. Ohio got in a pretty good rush up the left side of the defensive line. Yeah, very underthrown otherwise.
Yeah, that ball just waffled on him as it went downfield.
And it was almost a max protector. There was a single receiver out there to the right numbers with 1 DB, no safety help.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Miami. 102nd meeting between these two. Miami leads overall 56-43. There have been a couple of ties, but those days are long gone.
Not recently.
A couple of wides on either side of the field for the REDHAWKS of head coach Chuck Martin, the all-time winningest coach at the Cradle of Coaches in Oxford. We'll speed it back in motion and throw to that far side. That's Keith Reynolds who makes the catch, and then is bumped out of bounds in front of the Miami bench, shy of the first down far side. Ohio had a couple of DBs and the nickel Jalen Thomason over there to make sure Reynolds went no further than the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of a half dozen and a 3rd down upcoming for Miami, 3rd and 4.
Good idea. Got about half what they needed. Basically, just throwing a parallel. It looked like it's going to be a bubble screen, then he flares it upfield a little bit to get out of bounds.
Miami again on the season, 6th in the league in 3rd downs, but they've been very good of late in that category. This is a 3rd and 4. Ball's at the Ohio 40. It's spotted at the far side hash. Into the game is Josh Ringer at the running back spot. Finn will go back to throw. Has some time in the pocket now, dancing around back into Ohio territory, rolling with the football. Now looking. There's just nobody open. He'll just heave this one out of bounds. That's a coverage play right there by the Ohio DBs. Great job back there that brings up a 4th down.
Ohio does a great job of the pass rush, only rushing 3, but driving him, holding him inside the pocket. Then when he finally escapes, looked like a big hold. Probably should have been called on their left tackle, Eric Smith. No call. Or is that a flag at his feet, right at the 50?
There is a flag, yeah.
That was thrown right at the back of Eric Smith.
Right at one of the whiskers of the Attack Cat logo right there.
There's no foul for holding on the play. It is 4th down.
Ohio got the result they wanted. They're going to get the punt, but 51 absolutely helped.
Yeah. I think that was pretty obvious.
You can hear the reaction.
Just about everybody.
Yep. Whole building reacted when they saw that go down.
So on to kick the football away will be Pierce Stainton, 8th in the league in punting. A 42-yard average. His long this year is 65. And back deep for Ohio is Chase Hendricks, standing inside the 10. 11:22 to go here in this first quarter. Teams will exchange punts to get this one started.
Couple real neutral possessions. Ohio gets a stop around midfield.
Waist-high snap. Stainton gets off a very high end-over-end kick, but not a lot of distance to it. It will angle out of bounds and hit at the 10, then check up. Well, it started to go out of bounds, but checked up at the 10, bounced to the 5, and will wobble to a halt just shy of the goal line at the 1-yard line. And that's where Ohio's second drive of the game will begin after this official's timeout. 11:10 to go here in quarter number 1. Ohio will have the football, but they are in the shadow of their own goal line. The drive will start at the 1 when we come back. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Holzer Health System in Athens County provides a variety of primary and specialty care services to keep you and your family healthy. With 4 convenient locations and multiple service lines, we aim to make your visit the highest level of quality care every time. Whether you need quick care at one of our walk-in clinics or specialty care at another, we're here for your help. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 855-4-HOLZER or visit holzer.org.
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
Breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ed Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
$11:10 to go, quarter number 1 here in Athens. Scoreless football. Each team punts on their initial possession, and the Miami punt was downed inside the Ohio 1, right at the 1, in fact, and that's where Ohio will start this drive with a scoreless football game. Our next broadcast of Ohio football will be a week from tonight. We'll be in Kalamazoo as the Bobcats travel to face Western Michigan in an 8 o'clock kick again. That has been pushed back a half hour to 8 o'clock. It was originally slated for 7:30. But the game in Kalamazoo next week will be a 8 o'clock kick. And pending on what happens here tonight, that one could be an immense football game next Tuesday
I think
night.
it's really important regardless. I think they're maybe the biggest surprise in this league to be,
I would agree with
4-1. That was not expected. They've been playing birdie golf a couple weeks this season.
Ohio will start this possession again at their own 1-yard line, far side hash. Last time Bobcats started driving their own 1 yard, didn't end very well with the safety of Ball State. Navarro standing in the end zone on the I in Ohio with Bangura behind him. And they'll go out of the pistol formation here. Wonder if Randy Cross is watching this right now.
Is he at that Akron game tonight?
Is that where he's at? Okay.
Might be. CBS is there.
Somebody should tell him that Ohio doesn't run under center. Navarro, a couple of hand claps. Bangura stands behind him. Miami with 4 down linemen. Snap goes to Navarro, hands off to Bangura, and he pushes his way out to the 5-yard line. Pick up a 4 where he is brought down. Give Ohio a little breathing room here. In the middle for Miami that time was O.J. Alexander, a 6'2", 291-pound redshirt freshman from Ontario, Canada.
Yep, and now they can come out of double tight and put Hendricks on the field and operate with a fairly normal offense in second and medium.
12 personnel for Ohio. Navarro now standing on the goal line with Bangura in the end zone still behind him. 2nd down and 6. Ohio from left to right, far side hash. Center Nick Marinero calling out the signals. Snaps to Navarro, who hands to Bangura, and he spins out near the 10, is dropped about a yard shy for Miami that time. They had one guy standing right with Bangura, who started into the hole that time, and again, that was Jackson Kuwatch. And it will be a 3rd and short call for Ohio, 3rd and 2, as that play carried out to the 9-yard line, a gain of 4.
Yeah, give him the 9.5, just well blocked. Let's get him a little bit off tackle there.
2 wides to the far side for Ohio and 2 split wide to the near side. Bobcats trying to convert here on a 3rd down, and let's call it 2. I'd prefer to call it 1, but that's basically what it is. Handoff goes Bangura, and he is submarined and shoved back, and he didn't make it.
It's close.
Needed to get between the 11 and the 12, and I don't think he got there. Judging by the line judge, spotting the ball at the 11, it's going to be short. No, they're going to say he got it. Okay. Wow, I think they gave him a pretty generous spot there, but we will take it.
Nope, agree with that very much. They're trying to bait Parker into changing, leaving Hendricks uncovered. They're trying to bait him to calling a throw.
Well.
Good little run in the middle of that line for Ohio.
Big conversion on third down. Bangura stands off to the right of Navarro. First down and 10, Ohio. Ball out to the 11-yard line. Ohio 5-3 coming into this one. 3-1 in the Mid-American Conference. Navarro takes the snap, hands off to Bangura, and he is, again, just pushing his way ahead. Just about everybody wearing a white shirt came in to try and throw Bangura down for Miami. One of the first to get there for the REDHAWKS was Nazir Washington, the 6'4", 270-pound redshirt senior.
Yeah, CA's just so strong, and he wears you down as the game goes on. These 4- and 5-yard gains here on this second drive look pretty ordinary, but there's a lot of work involved, and later in the game he'll go a lot further than 4 or 5 on those.
Yeah, that's just punishing, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it wears the defense down.
He'll rough you up and then give you Bruin every third series and keep him fresh.
Carried out to the 17. It's a gain of 6. Navarro back to throw. We'll go to the far side, and the pass is caught, stepping out of bounds after making the catch for an Ohio first down is Mason Williams, as he was over there and turned and beat Michael Yarbrough on that far side that stepped out of bounds. It's an Ohio first down. The play carries out to the 25, and the Bobcats are quickly to the line of scrimmage, a gain of 8. This is a handoff inside Bangura. He took a couple of pretty good pops right there as he started into the hole. He was trying to get some acceleration going, but was unable to get past O.J. Alexander again and got out to the 28. He picked up 3.
Yeah, way downfield here, you had Dolrick going super, super deep, kind of trying to tip Miami, threaten them a little bit with what's going to go on later in this game.
I'm glad to see him in the game now, Dorwart. Yeah. He brings take the top off of defense speed that Ohio
and
has
he's
been
tall.
looking
He
for.
can go jump ball
exactly.
you anywhere.
Second down and 7, Ohio. 7:50 to go, first quarter scoreless. This drive again started for Ohio at their own 1-yard line. Bangura up to the left of Navarro. Again, 2 wides on either side of the line of scrimmage. And this is Bangura just diving out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Got 3 on that. That'll bring up a third down call. Bangura has had success against Miami. Back in 2022, Bangura ran for 145 yards on 20 carries and scored a touchdown. In the 23 game against the REDHAWKS, he had the game's first score. He carried the ball 9 times for 38 yards.
He almost popped that one. If he beats that first tackle, the linebacker had vacated, rushed wide, and he was going to go.
7:12 to go. First quarter, we're scoreless here in Athens. 102nd time these programs have played football against one another. The only year since 1945 they didn't play one another was whatever 2020 was. I think we're all still trying to figure that out.
I think I only did one of the games.
Blotted off the calendar. Here's Navarro back to throw, looking right. Now we'll take the football and run. Being chased from behind, trying to get to the far side edge. Bumps into a defender to the 34-yard line where he goes down.
Kind of ran up the back of Eli Blakey there, who just kind of set a screen, set a pick on Navarro.
Adam Trick, pretty good defensive end, 6'4", 249-pound redshirt junior out of Dayton, was there for the stop. And it is shy of the first down. It'll be 4th and 2. And I don't blame Brian Smith at all. There's some groans coming up from the crowd right now, but you're too close to your own goal line here.
Yeah, own 35. You play a positional game. First 2 of these exchanges have been positional.
Haynes on to punt the football away.
Second round of the fight.
Low kick that will bounce and make a right turn. Not a very good kick inside the 35, and it wobbles to a halt at the 32-yard line.
Just stuck there. He was looking to hit the cart path or something and never got it, never rolled for him.
Just 35 yards with no return. Timeout on the field, 6:09 to go. In a scoreless first quarter, Ohio and Miami will step aside. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health.
It's time you join the winning team at Warner Kia. When it comes to quality and low-price new Kias, Warner Kia offers both. And you can count on the best buying experience in the Mid-Ohio Valley and superior service afterwards. Plus, we have a large selection of affordable late-model pre-owned vehicles. Bring us any trade and get up to a $4,000 discount towards the purchase of any red tag vehicle in stock. Only at Warner Kia in downtown Parkersburg. Proud sponsor of your Ohio Bobcats. Visit WarnerKia.com. Negative equity refinance. See dealer for details.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with a People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at Peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
CareSource is a nonprofit health insurance company. That means we actually invest what we earn back into our members. So with CareSource, you get so much more than Medicaid health benefits, like extra help finding a steady job, a safe home, or dependable ride. You see, we're not just hoping to improve your health, we're giving you the resources and rewards you need to live a better life. Does your Medicaid plan do that? CareSource, today and always trusted. Learn more at caresource.com.
.609 to go, quarter number one in Athens. Game is scoreless. Ohio and Miami. Ohio basketball in action last night just across the street at the Convocation Center. Bobcats dropping a hard-fought decision to Arkansas State. They'll be back in action on Thursday at 7 o'clock on many of these Ohio Sports Network stations from Learfield with a 7 o'clock tip. Last night we had the Red Wolves. Tonight we have the Red Hawks. And then on Thursday we have the Red Birds coming to town.
Color,
any other
animal,
slashes
go with it.
Red,
Yeah,
whatever
red
we can have.
Looking forward to that one too.
St. John's is the Red Storm, right?
Red Storm,
Yeah.
yes.
Is there a red wave anywhere?
Pepperdine hasn't flopped colors yet. I'm sure
Not
someone.
yet.
I'm sure someone's doing it. No, there's a lot of choices.
Yeah,
Red,
exactly.
red demons, red devils, red.
Ball at the 32, their own 32 at the near side hash for Miami. Chuck Martin, number one in wins at Miami. His first 18 games in the MAC as a head coach, he was 4-14. Since then, he's gone 53-19. They've won a couple of MAC championships in that span.
Good runner winning going on this year. And I think as a program, as long as that tradition lasted, that annual game with Cincinnati that's now finally off the schedule hurt them for years. You know, look at Chuck Martin's career and add about another half a win, 3/4 a win to every prior year. He looks a lot better long term.
They opened up at Wisconsin, then followed Ohio to Rutgers this year. Lost those games 17-0 and 45-17, then were beaten at home by UNLV 41-38 before they finally dusted Lindenwood 38-0.
That Vegas game was a fun game, and to get them here, that was a good home game.
6:09 to go, quarter number one. Miami from our right to left with the football. Daquan Finn, number one on his white Miami jersey. They have numbers on the side of their helmet, the left side of their helmet. Finn will run an RPO here and will look to turn it up. Dives across the 35-yard line out to the 37 before he is brought down. Over there for Ohio, chasing him down for the Bobcats was the jack position, Jay Crable. We'll say Finn's knee went down just across the 35-yard line, so it's a pickup of just 3, second down and 7.
Yeah, give him 3.5. Crable on the backside pursuit there, but again, the pass wasn't there. He didn't want to run the speed option, run the pitch to the back, so he kept it, actually ducked it back inside.
Tell you what, there may not be a more athletic defensive end in this league than Jay Crable.
Was a quarterback?
Yes. Second down and 7 for Miami. They'll speed Brunson in motion and throw that way, and the pass is caught 35-yard line and bumped down near the 40-yard line. In fact, that was Keith Reynolds who had lined up in the backfield and took that swing pass and got up to the 40, a gain of 5. So Miami facing a 3rd down and 2. The line to gain is the 42, the Miami 42. 5:09 to go, quarter one.
Reynolds is a dangerous small guy. Got to keep your eye on him. 5'9", slot receiver, 3rd down running back type, and there he just catches the swing and has 2 blockers. Just can't get all the yards he needs.
Took a kickback 100 yards in that UNLV game for a touchdown.
Sure did.
3rd down and 2, Miami. Empty backfield for Finn with 5 wides on the field. 3 to the right and 2 to the left. They're at the near side hash. Numerous hand claps, and back to throw is Finn. Looking, flush to the right side, rolling, still rolling, being chased now by Jack Freeze, and he'll have to run out of bounds far side, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Great pursuit there by the Ohio defense. Jack Freeze, good to see him back on the field and moving with some agility right there. He was bearing down on Finn, who did the better part of valor, just ran out of bounds at the 37-yard line. The play loses 3, and Miami will have to punt.
Shocked Finn didn't get rid of the ball or try to dump it upfield. Freeze is there as a spy on Finn. Once he realizes the play is stuck to the right and then to the right outside the hash marks, he then can go find him and doesn't have to worry about him and on the backside of the play anymore.
Rob, that's the second time on a 3rd and short situation where Miami's tried to throw, and Ohio's defensive backs have given him no lanes to put the football in the air. Here's Stainton on to kick it away. High end-over-end kick that will be fielded under a fair catch at the 25-yard line by Chase Hendricks. A 38-yard punt. No return. That has been the mode of operation so far in this game.
On the field.
Punts and no returns. Timeout on the field. 3:59 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Ohio and Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the stylish new Corolla, a name synonymous with Toyota quality and dependability, the elegant new Toyota Crown Signia, and the latest edition of the legendary 4Runner. Toyota's extensive lineup also includes battery EVs like the tech-savvy all-electric BZ4X, and of course, the iconic Prius, the hybrid that started it all. That's the power of choice. From Toyota, let's go places.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
.359 to go, quarter number one. We remain scoreless, Ohio and Miami. There have been 4 punts so far in this game, 2 by each team. And Ohio will have the football at their own 25-yard line. Again, moving now from our left to right. Miami's the all-time winningest team in the Mid-American Conference over the years, 738 wins all-time, 327 in the league. They have won 17 championships, have had 9 bowl victories. And the similarities are so many up and down the line, Rob. I mentioned in the pregame how you've been a part of so many of these games, and the mindset of the two universities is very similar. They go after the same type of students and student athletes, and that's one of the things that I think really kind of sets this rivalry apart, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they really are. And the two very residential campuses where you're not in a city or that close city, though Cincinnati's gotten closer to Miami than it used to be. But, you're kind of off on your own. It's a campus where you don't go home every weekend, so to speak, as you do in a lot of other schools in the MAC.
Ohio right now with 39 yards of total offense, Miami with 33. Rob and I were talking during the break. This almost kind of feels, at least early on, almost like a heavyweight fight where they're just kind of circling one another. And
testing phase. Again, 4 possessions, 4 empties, about 30 yards for each team. Literally nothing has really happened yet.
Duncan Brune makes his first appearance in the game at the running back position. He's off to the left of Parker Navarro. Brune, the sophomore from Cologne, Germany, 381 yards rushing this season, has found the end zone a half dozen times. Navarro will play fake and throw, and the pass is low and at the feet, far side of Rodney Harris. That throw just didn't have enough oomph on it. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it just needs some more gas getting to the sideline, and generally Navarro has hit those a little tougher time earlier in his career, but he generally nails those outs, those quick outs.
We had Rodney Harris on the Brian Smith show, our last one Monday before last, and it was so nice to talk to Rodney Harris throughout the interview. He kept calling me Mr. Bannister.
So polite.
I know.
Such a good dude.
Yeah, he was. Pistol formation with Brune standing behind Navarro. They'll put Williams in motion now. This is an option play. It's Navarro tossing to Brune, who tries to find a gap and gets planted shy of the 30. There were some airborne players flying that way, leading the way for Miami on the stop that time. They had a couple of guys racing over there. One of the first to get there for the REDHAWKS was James Schott, a 6'4", 246-pound redshirt sophomore defensive lineman from Greenwood, Indiana.
Yeah, motion to tight end to the right. The play was going right behind the strength all the way, and just Miami had it pretty well covered, got her there laterally and converged on the sideline.
Play gain 4 to the 29 of Ohio, so it's 3rd down and 4. Brune to the right of Navarro. Still scoreless here in this first quarter, which has 3:17 to play. Ohio on 3rd down so far, 1 of 3 in the game. Navarro, waist-high snap, dances back and throws, steps up into the pocket. The right-hander delivers. Oh, what a catch right there in congestion, and an Ohio first down. Goodness, that pass was almost intercepted, but going airborne to snatch it away from a couple of defenders was Chase Hendricks, and then he tumbles down at the 43-yard line, a gain of 14.
Yeah, underthrown. Might have been tipped. Coy Beasley was in there basically running in the shorts, man coverage, and the belt loops of Chase Hendricks, but he somehow comes down with that for the first down.
What a heck of a grab there by Hendricks, or else that ball looked like it was going to be picked off.
Well, again, he was just basically trying to beat zone by running that short cross.
And I think you're right. I think somebody might have got a paw on that one for Miami.
Maybe we'll get a good replay eventually. I think it was 8. I think it was Bradley.
Brune comes up to the right of Navarro. First down, Ohio. Ball up to the 43. Navarro again will go back to throw. We'll zip this one to the far side. The pass is caught. This is Rodney Harris. Adjusts to the 45. He's into Miami territory. And another Ohio first down before he is brought down on that far side by Jackson Kuwatch, but it's an Ohio first down. The play carries into REDHAWKS territory at the 43-yard line. 143 to the other 43, 14 yards and a Bobcats first down.
And that's what they did all day last year in the first Miami game. Harris was basically running by himself, had a big cushion, and this kept beating the ball into him 7-8 yards at a time.
Harris had 10 catches in the 2 games against Miami last year, including 7 in the first game. Career high for Harris at that point.
Yeah.
10 catches each game for Chase Hendricks. Here's a throw near side, and another leaping grab to the near side. That was Dom Dorwart, who went airborne and then got flipped after making another circus-type catch. This one carries to the Miami 38-yard line, a pickup of 5, and a heck of a grab by Dorwart.
Throw was late, though, and the corner there, Caleb Martin, made it look like it was really late as early as he got to it.
Second down and 5, Ohio, with 80 seconds left in quarter number 1. Bobcats have pushed into Miami territory, going through the air to do so. Bruno off to the left of Parker Navarro. Bruno, the tight end, comes set to the right side in a slot. Navarro will play fake, and look, the right-hander slings it long downfield now, and this pass is caught and tumbling into the end zone for an Ohio touchdown. Is it a touchdown? Wait, we haven't signaled yet. No, it's an interception. The ball is picked off. Miami will have it. It's a touchback in the end zone. Chase Hendricks and Miami's defensive back down there for the REDHAWKS.
The ruling on the field is an interception in the end zone. It will be first down Miami at the 20-yard line.
The 2 players tumbled into the end zone, and was that Hondru, the linebacker, back there on coverage?
No way he was back there that deep. Feels like he's been here forever, but that was Hendricks by himself. That had to be a DB, but the big picture is there wasn't a lot of separation, but Navarro immediately saw that with single coverage, virtually no safety help over there, and was going to throw that regardless.
An interception is under further review.
So they're going to take a look at this. The 2 players tumbled into the end zone, jostling for the football. It was hard to tell which Miami player, because the moment after the 2 players tumbled to the turf, there were a host of REDHAWKS around the defender. They're going to take a look at this. We don't have the availability of a replay right now to help you out with this in-house, and we're waiting to see how this one will sort itself out.
I mean, that was quick. That was the right decision. Again, Hendricks by himself or one-on-one with anybody in this league is generally a good idea, but not a lot of separation got created. It was a deep throw. He's out the numbers on the left side, and that ball was, again, underthrown. And Parker's thrown 3 or 4 a little short or a little late so far today, especially on this series.
Referee Chris Lamangi is at the replay monitor down to our right at the 14-yard line.
And again, the concern tonight for Miami was they're missing their nickel defender. Silas Walters is not playing. He's a starter, really the star of that DB, and he would be on Hendricks a lot based on his position as the nickel guy.
So a review going on of the play. The pass they're going to say was intercepted. It was Eli Koppas, the nickel back, who was back with.
And that's a little
Hendricks.
Bigger nickel. That's a bigger guy than Walters. He's more linebacker size, up to around 215.
And again, the review going on. The 2 players were airborne fighting for that football, which, as Rob mentioned, was just a tad underthrown because Hendricks had him by a step.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of separation. The ball was not leading him. He's having to basically pause a little and come back or jump for it.
Well, there has to be enough evidence to overturn this, and this is a rather lengthy review right now by Chris Lamangi.
And where did they come down with the ball? I thought it came down about the 1. That came down outside end zone.
After review, the ruling of an interception is upheld. First down, Miami.
So it will be Miami football. And it will be a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. So Navarro picked off for the 8th time this season. And for the Miami defense, the interception, their 7th of the season. And they'll have the football. With 1 minute to go in the first quarter, they'll have it at their own 20-yard line.
Third opportunity.
Yeah, Bobcats were eating up some field going to the air on that drive. Brunson is the running back. He moves up to the right of Daquan Finn, who will keep the football, and he is gobbled up in the backfield. Jay Crable got there initially. Finn was able to spin ahead and get perhaps a yard, maybe 2. Crable got him almost the instant the ball was snapped. It's a gain of 1 to the 21.
And Crable reads things like quarterback. And he's had big games this season. He understands what a quarterback thinks, what he's going to do. It's rare that Finn reads off the read option play to keep between the tackles. That time he did, and Crable ate it up from behind.
6'3", 240-pound redshirt sophomore, Massillon, Ohio. Had the unique experience of playing at both Massillon and Archbishop Hoban, who are just bitter rivals. 2nd down and 9. Handoff goes inside. This is Brunson stumbling his way out across the 25-yard line to the 28, where he is brought down.
Falling down and falling forward, but a tougher tackle. Again, a little bigger back, closer to 230, 235.
Charlie Christopher was there for Ohio. He'll say his knee touched at the 27, and that'll be the last play of period number 1. So Miami's defense comes up with the interception in the end zone to snuff out a potential Ohio score, and the Redhawks will have the football when we come back. And when we return, we will visit with Ohio's Director of Athletics. Slade Larscheid will join us when we come back. Scoreless first quarter, Ohio and Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are dropping early. You can save up to 50% throughout the store all weekend. Yep, call it what you want. Manifestation, luck, fate. The point is, it's happening. Plus, you'll earn $15 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent on Friday. Shop early Black Friday deals at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. And thank the universe later. Select styles up to 50% off, valid November 7th through 9th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Protect your business with the right partner. Talk to an advisor at Bickle Insurance. BickleInsurance.com.
At Integrated Services for Behavioral Health, we offer a wide range of housing, mental health, and substance use disorder services. But sometimes one story says it all. A 39-year-old woman came to us while living in a tent, struggling with a substance use disorder and facing significant legal challenges. Through the unwavering support from our dedicated team of helpers, she entered treatment, got sober, and worked 2 jobs to rebuild her life. Today, she's earned her STNA certification, secured safe and stable housing, and is thriving in recovery. ISBH, helping people reclaim their futures. Learn more at isbh.org.
We get ready to start quarter number 2 here in Athens. Miami will have the football at their own 27-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 3. The game is scoreless, Ohio and Miami. Marty Bannister, Rob Cornelius, and we are pleased to be joined by Ohio's Director of Athletics, Slade Larscheid. Boy, what a week this has been in Athens, hasn't it?
What a week, yeah. I mean, you go into the Battle of the Bricks, a lot on the line. Maction, November football. It's a perfect night, too. Great crowd. Really pleased with the turnout, and obviously, what's on the line. You look
absolutely.
at what's in play, and that's what you want, for our football program, and excited for the next few weeks.
This week, with the basketball game last night, there's a basketball game Thursday. The women's team goes on the road, gets a nice win last night. There's football tonight. This is an exciting week for Ohio athletics, isn't it?
It really is. The crossover season, you call it here, between fall sports, winter sports, coming online here. Excited for Coach Bull. It was a close call last night. Pumped for the season, though, for them. And then, with our women's team getting a big win at Texas State. Volleyball's on a great run, too. Again, a lot of momentum, carrying into this next few weeks, and with Coach Smith and our football program, to be able to have the opportunity to play for another championship is huge.
First impression, how's this first couple months look for you now that you've gotten settled, or trying to get settled with the family and figure out Athens? Are you in? Are you tied down yet here?
No, it's been great. I mean, the last few weeks, especially the first few, you look at it, you drink from a hose, most days, and you're still doing that, depending on the day. But people have been great. Campus community has been so welcoming. The town of Athens, it's been special. A lot of similarities. You look at from my transition in South Dakota to here, and now people have been so welcoming.
It's a lot of unique positives. Obviously, being rural, not necessarily being up against one of the big cities. Different issues, different positives, different negatives.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're spot on there, but also a lot of similarities.
Yeah, because out west there, everything's a flight. It's a lot. They're much bigger stretches to get where you got to get.
100%.
Ohio's Director of Athletics, Slade Larside, visiting with us in the booth. Miami will start this second quarter with the football, facing a 3rd down and 3 at their own 27-yard line. They empty the backfield for DeQuan Finn and put 5 wides on the field, a tight end and a slot to the near side. Finn will put a man in motion, take the snap, and fake on the handoff, and Finn will start upfield. And Charlie Christopher, the freshman linebacker, is there to greet him. It will be shy of the first down by a couple of yards, and once again, Ohio's defense rises up and will force Miami to punt the football away as Finn got to the 28-yard line. That play ended up gaining just a yard. Charlie Christopher's been a big part of this defense, right?
Yeah, those backers. Christopher's been great. He's not missing his reads. He's just sitting on the quarterback tonight. Basically, was a linebacker sitting on him all the time, and Ohio is not being fooled by the jet sweep guy, which they're going to show you a lot. Just eye candy so far.
6 foot, 227-pound freshman out of Uniontown, Ohio. Uniontown Lake High School, one of the power programs in Northeast Ohio in high school football. Chase Hendrick stands back at his 32-yard line, awaiting the kick of Stainton. And here it is, a very high spiraling kick, another fair catch signaled for, and Hendricks will make the catch waist high at about the 24-yard line, and Ohio will have the football right there. We're visiting with Ohio's Director of Athletics, Slade Larside. You hit on it, Battle of the Bricks. You're getting your first taste of this. It is something special, isn't it?
It really is. Over the course of the last few weeks, to hear about camaraderie, the rivalry, it's what makes college football the best. And then to see this, culmination here this evening, call it our dark mode, night mode with the all black, and then to see the student section, the marching 110, and all of our fans, it just has a makeup to be a special night.
I recall asking you at one point about the atmosphere here and what Athens is like, and you're getting a real taste of that, and the nation gets to see this tonight as well, too, and that's special also.
It really is. My phone's been quite active with a lot of people just from around the country saying, hey, best of luck, it looks great on TV. And then, the brain of football, so proud of our young men and the way we play and doing it the right way. And it's over the course of the last few years, and between Frank and Tim and now Brian, the program's in a really good spot.
It's just a lot of consistency, a lot of permanence out of this, and of basketball just winning, continuing to win. Most leagues, a lot of schools in this league seem to be turning over all the time.
It really is, and you look at from our team last year, coming off 11 wins, to be able to keep a lot of our core roster together. Testament to the coaches and staff doing their job, but then on top of it, to the young men, wanting to be Bobcats and wanting to be at OU.
Ohio with a 1st down and 10. Navarro will find the check down receiver. That was the running back, C.A. Bangura, over the middle, and he's able to wiggle his way out to the 37-yard line. It will be a couple of yards shy of an Ohio 1st down. Bangura's done a very good job coming out of the backfield, just sitting himself down in the middle there and being that check down receiver, and it gains 8 for Ohio, 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, it's nobody on either side hit a chunk play yet. 14's the long play of the day on both sides.
3 wides on the field for Ohio, 2 to the near side. Bangura stays in the game. A couple of yards behind Navarro out of the pistol formation for the Bobcats. Second quarter here in Athens of a scoreless football game. Handoff goes Bangura across the 40-yard line out to the 41, and a whole bunch of guys wearing white reaching in, clawing to try to pull the football free. But Bangura is able to make his way to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 4 and another Ohio 1st down. You're a former football player. You got to love this, right? This kind of atmosphere tonight?
Hey, this is perfect. 55, no wind. I mean, you can't ask for a better evening. I don't care what position you play.
Best crowd and best weather of all November action, I'm willing to bet.
Ohio with a 1st down, ball out to the 41. Ohio Director of Athletics Slade Larside visiting with us in the booth. He's, as we are watching Parker Navarro move across the 45-yard line after a little play fake, he gets out to the 46. a pickup of 5. You mentioned Brian Smith and the culture of this program. That is so big to keep everything stable, and guys want to come here and play.
Well, and you're right. From a succession planning standpoint, I think that's huge at our level, knowing the fact that it keeps continuity, but then that winning culture is a big piece of our success here.
4 wides on the field. Navarro will give the ball to Bangura, who dives into Miami territory to the 48-yard line, where he is brought down as he pushed his way towards first down and gets the first down. Jackson Kuwach in on the stop for Miami. Play carried to the 49. 12-10 to go here, quarter number 2. Ohio with the football and just into Miami territory from our right to left at the REDHAWKS 49-yard line. 3 wides again on the field for graduate student quarterback Parker Navarro. C.A. Bangura stands behind him in the pistol formation. Tight end is Mason Williams in a slot to the right, and the handoff goes to Bangura. Stutter steps, tries to accelerate, and is shoved backwards, and the play will be blown dead. Slade, I know you're so excited to be here in Athens, and I think the reception you've received has been fantastic as well, too. This has just been, I think, a perfect marriage right now.
It really has been a smooth transition. You talk about that perfect marriage. People have asked, like, hey, what's it been like? And I've just said, if I could dial in, again, what it would look like from a transition standpoint, it's been just, picture perfect for me personally and professionally.
Play loss 2 back to the Ohio side of the midfield stripe at the 49, so it's 2nd down and 12. Parker Navarro so far in the game, 5 of 8 for 50 yards, and he's looking to throw now. We'll set this one up to the far side, and again, unable to connect. Dom Dorwart was trying to turn in at about the 49, but there didn't look like there was going to be a whole lot coming out of that play, even if Dorwart would have caught that ball.
Yeah, basically looped back under a screen, was trying to get a blocker in front of him, and Hendricks, the ball just underthrown out to the numbers, short of the numbers.
So we'll see what the mindset is here of Brian Smith and Scott Isfording. Brian Smith is Ohio's play caller as well, too, and was talking earlier in the week about he loves calling plays, but he has a ton of trust in offensive coordinator Scott Isfording. They kind of work in unison on these game plans and play calling, but it's Brian Smith's decision, and he loves being the play caller. Williams in a slot to the near side as the Ohio tight end. Navarro will go back to throw on 3rd down and 12. Has some time in the pocket now, drifting to the left with the football. Now will pump fake and deliver ahead. The pass is almost intercepted and out of bounds, and Ohio will have to punt the football away. Slade, it's been a pleasure getting to know you. We appreciate you stopping in and spending some time with us. I know Ohio fans are going to be very excited about what you're going to bring to Athens.
Really appreciate you both, and you guys do such a great job, building our brand, but also to, showcasing the product for the program. So appreciate you both.
We're glad you stopped by tonight. Appreciate it. Let's get a victory tonight.
Yep. Thanks, fellas.
Ohio's Director of Athletics, Slade Larshide, visiting with us here tonight at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium. Ohio will get set to punt the football away as the punt-a-thon continues here in this one tonight. Head-high snap, and here's the kick by Haynes. End over end, another fair catch signaled for at the 21-yard line, and that's where Miami will have the football when we come back. 10:50 to go, second quarter. Ohio nothing, Miami nothing. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co. LLC. Used with permission.
You're listening to Ohio Football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Holzer.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Inside the Learfield Network studios, quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Akron up 14-10 against UMass early second quarter. Zips on the move inside the red zone and knocking on the door trying to score again. A couple of games going on in college basketball as well. Number 1 Purdue in control against Evansville 59-29 midway through the second half. And Kentucky up 11, 26-15. Low-scoring game. That game about to go to halftime at Rupp Arena. Marty, Rob, back to you guys.
Matt, thanks very much. Here it's Ohio nothing, Miami nothing. And the Bobcats will get set to put the offense back onto the field. Ohio right now with 96 yards of total offense, just 41 for Miami. The big number in the game, though, has been punts. There have been 6, 3 by each side. Magnus Haynes is averaging 35 yards a kick, and Stanton is averaging 41 yards a kick. For Miami, there's been an interception. Parker Navarro's pass to Chase Hendricks. A wrestling match ensued between Hendricks and Eli Kappas, and Kappas won the battle and tumbled into the end zone, and that snuffed out a potential Ohio score, and Miami will have the football now. First down and 10 after the Haynes punt at their own 21-yard line with 10:50 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Ohio's run twice as many plays, but neither team has really got any meaningful offensive traction. Ohio nearly 100 yards, Miami right around 40 right now.
Daquan Finn, 3 of 5 throwing, 24 yards. 2 carries, 14 yards for Brunson, leads the way. And so far, Ohio's defense has done a pretty good job of keeping Finn inside the pocket and from getting to the edges where he is very dangerous with the football.
Contained, very contained.
Knock on wood or veneer, whatever the surface is here in front of me. Snap goes to Finn. He'll hand off, and this is Brunson straight up the middle and is bumped down as he got out across the 25-yard line to the 28, picks up 7. Charlie Christopher there on the stop for Ohio.
Yeah, Brunson got the best set collision. That's one thing about Brunson Ohio hasn't seen much this year. It's a bigger, thicker, much heavier running back, and he won that one. And over the course of the game, that'll work on Ohio's smaller linebackers.
6 foot, 230-pound redshirt senior Jordan Brunson. They've been dealing with some injuries at that position this season. Jordan Ringer's been in and out at that running back spot. Second down and 4 upcoming for Miami. Movement up front, and everyone at that front line pointing at one another. Ohio's Austin Mitchell comes up and tosses his head back in disgust. We'll see whether Miami might have moved or...
Yeah, did he come across first, or is this a Miami movement issue? They stopped the play, and Ohio didn't make contact, I don't think.
It's against the defense.
Okay.
Penalty results in a first down.
So that'll push the football up to the 33-yard line. That was not Chris Lamanji's fault. I just didn't have his mic turned back up, so I apologize for that.
Second little penalty of the day on Ohio. Couple for 10.
Brian Smith, in his first full season as Ohio's head coach, owns a 5-3 mark. His first win as a Bobcat came in Orlando last year at the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, while Miami was in Arizona last year. They went to the Snoop Dogg Bowl last year.
Tucson, we've done that one under a different branding. Good stop on the tour.
Brunson off to the right, gets the handoff, and just tries to muscle his way out and does get across the 35-yard line where he is dropped for Ohio. In the middle of that pile right there was Pius Ojugo for Ohio as Brunson gets out to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 4, second down and 6. 9.5 to go here in this scoreless first half.
Maybe it's a bigger running back that unlocks getting running yards against Ohio on first down. Not many teams have done that with any success.
Reynolds into the game now at the running back spot. He's off to the left angled of Daquan Finn. They have a slot to the near side. Second down and 6. Finn will hand the ball to Reynolds, and he dives across the 40-yard line out to the 41. There was Ojugo again for Ohio and on the stop. Play gained another 4 yards. So it's a third down and 2 upcoming for Miami. Miami right now on third downs in the game. They are 0 for 3. This will only be the 15th play in the game that they have run.
Yeah, Ohio's run 24. It was 24 over 11 before this drive started. Ohio's had the ball a lot more, it feels like.
Reynolds stays in the game. Check it. That's Brunson now coming back in as he exchanges spots with Reynolds. They go with a bigger back on third and short. Finn wants Reynolds or Brunson to go from his right to left, and Brunson does so. Finn will hand to Brunson to the right side. Hit initially, but was able to push ahead and got the first down. He was stuck initially in the backfield. Ohio had penetration that time, as Nehemiah Dukes got to him, but he was able to shed Dukes' tackle attempt and move out to the 44, pick up a 3 and a first down Miami.
Yeah, and that's the bigger, stronger running backs. I mean, Ohio hasn't dealt with a lot in that time.
Right.
It's 2 plays out of 4 on that drive where the difference has been that running back being 230, not 180.
Yeah, aside from the Power 5 games, there hasn't been a back Ohio has seen like that.
This changes the equation a little bit. Again, Ohio light at linebacker, pretty light they play.
7:50 to go. Scoreless second quarter. Miami trying to establish a drive. It's a 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. 3 wides to the far side, none to the near side. Finn takes the snap and goes back to throw and looks to the far side, steps up into the pocket now, and he'll roll to the far side with the football. The right-hander will sling it upfield, and the pass is caught at the Ohio 35 and then slung down at the 30-yard line. It's a first down Miami. Cole Weaver on the catch, and Miami has a first down as the play carries into Ohio territory at the 29-yard line to pick up a 27, first down Miami.
Yeah, Finn got flushed out the left. Linebacker's in pursuit. He delivers it downfield to where Ohio had a double covered, but that tight end, 84, was up under the coverage, essentially had position to post up and get that ball around the 30.
There you see the creativity that Daquan Finn brings. He just rolled out and waited for something to finally open as he was moving laterally to the left side of the line of scrimmage. First down and 10 at the Ohio 29. Deepest penetration of the game so far for Miami. Game is scoreless, just under 7 to go, second quarter. Finn rolling to the near side with the football, still rolling, looks, sets, fires ahead, a receiver wide open in the middle of the field. It's Weaver again, and after making the catch, he gets bumped down immediately, and Adonis Williams is racing off the field after making the hit, favoring that right shoulder. That does not look good.
No.
At the 13-yard line, a pickup of 16 for Miami, and the ball, in fact, 17 to the Ohio 12.
Same route, same situation, just flop sides, going to Weaver again with 2 defenders there, but he's in between them as Ohio had zoned there pretty deep. There was plenty of room to get the throw to him underneath, so combined now a 27 and a 17 back-to-back, 44 yards, first chunk plays of the game for anybody.
I'm sorry, that was not Adonis Williams. That was Mike Mack, who is coming off favoring the shoulder as he heads to the blue tent area, the dark tent tonight in the medical tent. Finn takes a snap, hands off inside. This is Brunson, drugged down from behind, as hanging on around the ankles was Charlie Christopher. Brunson carries inside the 10 to the 8. That was Mike Mack, who went shoulder to shoulder with Cole Weaver and then raced immediately off the field.
Yeah, that was big contact. Again, Weaver, a tight end, a 230, 235 size, who hit him with some authority.
So it's second down and 6 for Miami. The ball's at the Ohio 8. 5.5 to go here in this first half. Miami threatening. They moved inside the Ohio red zone. Bobcats this year have allowed just 12 touchdowns this year inside the red zone, second fewest in the MAC. Finn takes a snap and goes back to throw. Has some time in the pocket, rolling right, moving back to the middle of the field, throws to the far side. Weaver makes the catch at the 4 and is brought down right away after making the catch on that far side. Kendall Bannister over there for Ohio to make the stop at the 4. The play gains 4 to the 2. Or gains 4 to the 4. It's a third down and 2 upcoming now for Miami. They can pick up a first down without scoring.
Yeah, difficult throw across his body, but again, underneath Ohio coverage, Ohio in a little bit of a zone, just kind of backed up there. So the short cross, short stopper out there from the tight end hits again.
4:50 to go, second quarter. Miami with a third down and 2 at the Ohio 4. They need to get to the 2 for a first down. Well, the goal here would be to just hold them to a field goal if you can do that. Defense has been able to rise up on a couple of third down and short calls. And now a timeout is called by Chuck Martin, who sprinted down the far sideline to signal the timeout.
Didn't like something you saw.
Miami, their first time out of the half. This will be a full media timeout.
So a stop in the action, 4:32 to go here in this first half. Miami at the Ohio doorstep at the 4 when we return. Scoreless football, Ohio and Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you're traveling to a game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at Go-Mart. You'll find a Go-Mart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. Go-Mart is the proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat football.
Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart.
Hey, Ohio alumni. Want to stay connected with Ohio University? Check out the Ohio University Alumni Association today at ohio.edu/alumni. Your journey doesn't end at graduation. Enjoy exclusive benefits, network with fellow alumni, mentor a student, or attend an event in your area. Your involvement makes a difference, and the next generation of Bobcats needs your support. Visit ohio.edu/alumni to see all the ways you can get involved today. Go Bobcats!
Still scoreless, Ohio and Miami, but the REDHAWKS are at the Ohio 4-yard line with 4:32 to go here in this first half. And again, Mike Mack, the second, sprinted off the field after making a tackle inside the 10-yard line, went straight to the medical tent, which tonight, like much everything else here, is a black-colored medical tent. It's a blackout here at Peton Stadium. Almost everyone wearing some sort of black clothing. You can see the small dots of red in here tonight for the Miami fans who have made their way over.
Not that many in the northeast curve where the visiting folks usually sit. And down here to our right, down in, I think it's 123, 121.
Keep an eye on the Ohio sideline and see if Mack is able to reappear. You haven't seen, I don't think he's come out of the medical tent yet.
No, I'm not seeing him pop out. Again, when you pop out, do you have your helmet? What do you got? Miami steady. 3 completions, one of their tight ends, Weaver, on this drive. 2 for Chunks and the short one there.
They're down and 2. Again, the REDHAWKS can pick up a first down without scoring. They get to the Ohio 2.
It's the first team in a while that's really kind of run on Ohio and pushed them around a little bit in the line of scrimmage.
Brunson is the running back, standing to the left of Finn. They have a slot tight end. That's Brian Shane. And to the left side is Chase Becker. Finn, a couple of hand claps. Takes a snap, hands to Brunson, dives inside and stumbles towards the first down, and I think he got it.
It's really
that
good
extra
spot.
Spin was enough to propel him to the first down as he gets just to the 2-yard line. It is a gain of 2, but it is enough for a Miami first down, so it's a 1st and goal now at the Ohio 2.
Yeah, good submarine tackle, but it let him kind of fall over the Ohio player and fall forward on top of the Ohio player and get the extra few inches he probably needed there.
Bobcats will make some changes and add some girth across that front. Evan Herman checks into the game at one of the defensive line spots. 1st and goal, Miami at the Ohio 2. Brunson off to the right. Now there's movement up front. And we get whistles.
Procedure, most likely.
The ruling on the field of a first down is under further review.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, you would have to wonder, even if it is overturned, it's just shy. I would think Miami would probably play here.
Yeah, I would keep the offense on the field and try and push through on 4th and inches or whatever you'd be playing for at that point.
So the review at the 3:52 mark. Brunson stumbled down after he got into the hole, and initially I didn't think he got there, but
no. Again, the tackle was under him. The question is what touched and what touched first. I think the tackle, by virtue of being low, may have vaulted him forward or gave him something to bounce off of before landing at the 2. It was close, regardless.
Well,
it's frankly the shortest run of the day, I think, for Brunson. He's gotten what he's wanted so far, little pieces.
34 yards for Brunson on 7 carries. This has been the best drive of the night for either offense. And again, a first half dominated by punts. And
6 punts and a pick in the first 7 drives.
We await to see the review here to see whether or not Jordan Brunson picked up the Miami first down. If he did, it's 1st and goal at the 2. If he didn't, it's 4th and a very short 1 at the 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure it changes their calculus at all.
I don't think so
I
either.
can't imagine it would.
And again, Chris Lamangi eyeing things under the replay monitor hood.
I want the hood to be bigger, like a big beekeeping mask or something. That would entertain me.
Well, that's what it's all about.
No, I just want to have fun, especially with these stoppages.
Make sure Rob's entertained.
Right.
If Rob's not entertained, then the whole evening
nobody
there's no point
has
in the
fun.
evening. Yeah, there's no point in the evening. Again, the review, taking quite some time now. As we often say in these situations, the longer it goes on from an Ohio standpoint, perhaps that's better for Ohio, but we'll see. Here's Chris Lamangi.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First and goal.
All right. Well, it didn't work out that way, but nonetheless.
No, the last replay they showed in Hauser showed him basically landing on his backside, extending the right arm, and the backside hit inside the 3. So that probably
and as we surmised, I would imagine they probably would have gone for it anyway.
Correct. And here they are, super tight. Several tight ends, it feels like.
First and goal, they go 12 personnel, add an extra tight end. Brunson off to the right. Finn takes a snap, hands off to Brunson, and he is shoved back as he started into the left side of the line of scrimmage. Good job there by Ohio, plugging the gaps. There are a lot of big bodies down there wearing black who stepped in front of Brunson that time. One of the first there for Ohio was Nehemiah Dukes, the 6'1", 288-pound junior nose tackle.
Yeah, he had some great moments early in the season. I've not called his name nearly as much of late.
So it's second and goal now at the 2. Clock rolling, 3:20 to go in the half. And again, there's a lot of beef on that front line now for Ohio. They have at least 9 down linemen right now. Finn takes the snap, hands off Brunson, again plows inside, and again does not get into the end zone. He got inside the 1, but Ohio's defense once again prevents him from finding pay dirt.
Yeah, someone submarined there and got to his legs and kind of turned him around and basically stopped him, and others cleaned it up.
That was Evan Herman and Jack Freeze who combined. Herman went high, Freeze went low, and Brunson brought down. The ball is almost exactly between the 1 and the goal line. It's third down and goal, Miami.
Half a yard.
Clock rolling, 2:41 to go in the half. I would imagine, again, this is 4 down territory for Miami. Brunson off to the right of Finn. Takes a snap, gives to Brunson to the left side, and he doesn't get in. He did not get in. Ohio once again able to submarine him and tackle him low. And now it's 4th down.
Another stop.
Ojugo was there for Ohio. Nemo again. Dukes was there.
Love to see those two guys play more together, the front, the DT, and the nose tackle there and that thing. And he has a slight loss about the length of football.
Chuck Martin's going to let the clock work down to the 2-minute timeout. And then think about this.
And that's his goal because, again, Miami gets the ball to start the second half. They want to stack possessions, as always.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
The Ohio defense has the crowd roaring right now here at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium.
3 for 3.
And we'll see whether or not they can come up with a big stop. Timeout on the field. 1:59 to go in the half. Scoreless football. 4th and goal for Miami when we come back. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names. Whatever your heating needs, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Schedule your appointment today with Air Claws Heating and Cooling Systems at airclaws.com. Bryant, doing whatever it takes, and a proud sponsor of your Ohio Bobcats.
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
Alrighty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
With McValue at McDonald's, you don't just get deals on the drinks. You get deals on McDonald's drinks. So when you're breaking a sweat, embrace the chill without breaking the bank. And when your crew is running on empty, keep your wallet full while refreshing the squad.
Get more than you expect on your favorite medium drinks, like frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, iced coffee, or lemonade, now at just $2.29. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are at the 2-minute timeout of half number 1 in a scoreless football game. Miami will have a 4th and goal between the 1 and the Ohio goal line. They've tried 3 straight runs with Brunson, and Ohio has prevented him all 3 times from finding the end zone. Rob and I were just talking during the break. I'm a little surprised they haven't tried to get DeQuan Finn on the move to either edge. That's one of his strengths, but we'll see what the play call is here when they come back.
They've kept him inside the hashes. They've not leaked him out deliberately, and he's not really escaped because Ohio's done a pretty good job hemming it in. And as much success as the bigger running back Brunson was in moving them down the field, he's been not much help down here. 3 shots from the 2. They've gotten a yard and a half.
And again, as Rob mentioned, Miami will get the ball to start the second half.
So Ohio wants it back as fast as possible.
Exactly.
Even if Miami scores, you're still going to get it with a minute 40 or something to work with probably.
So here we go. REDHAWKS come back to the line of scrimmage. Brunson stays in the game off to the right of DeQuan Finn. The tight end, Shane, is off to the left as well, too. They add a little extra bulk back there on the left side. And they add that other extra tight end, Becker, to the left side. They go to that strong left formation. Again, waiting for the TV timeout to come to an end, and here we go. 4th and goal, ball between the 1 and the Ohio goal line. And now another timeout. This one's called by Ohio.
Timeout, Ohio. Their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
A 30-second Bobcat timeout. John Hauser, Ohio's defensive coordinator, wanted to look at personnel, I would think, more than anything there for Miami.
Yep, get a last look. Pretty much a basketball timeout, see what they're putting on the floor, and you get the last bats or the last look by taking this timeout.
This has been a rather lengthy drive for Miami right now as this continues.
Started just under the 11-minute mark, so nearly a 9-minute drive they're working with.
Again, this game is scoreless, but Miami trying to change that right now as they have the ball in the shadow of the Ohio goal line.
Both these defenses have been pretty good of record, especially against the run. I was asked pregame about is it high scoring and low scoring tonight, and low scoring was the right guess, apparently.
Again, they keep that strong left formation on the field with the extra tight ends, 12 personnel for Miami. Brunson to the right of DeQuan Finn. 4th and goal, the ball between the 1 and the goal line. Finn, and there's movement up front. Let's see. Everybody's pointing at one another.
Greg Smith went across from Miami, the left guard. He got out of his stance unless he was touched.
Ohio's defensive front jumping up and down and pointing. And here's Chris Lamanji.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So Chuck Martin will disgustedly wave the field goal unit onto the field.
That's a stop. This Ohio defense, that's absolutely a stop.
How about that?
3 shots from the 2 or closer, and you stop and you get them to commit a silly penalty, silly foul themselves. And they will settle for 3.
One of the best field goal kickers in the MAC, Dom Jobin, comes in to boot what is basically an extra point style field goal here. The ball's at the 14. This is a chip shot 24-yarder from near the left hash for Dom Jobin. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is on the way, and the kick is good. And the first points of the game belong to Miami on the 24-yard Dom Jobin field goal. Timeout on the field. 1:57 to go in the half. Miami gets the night's first points, a field goal, and they lead Ohio 3-0. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Mark Porter Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Ohio University Athletics. Mark Porter Chevrolet Buick GMC in Pomeroy is one of Ohio's largest GM dealers and is a 13-time Mark of Excellence Award winner. Mark Porter Ford is the 2021 President's Club Award winner for dealership sales and service and a top 3 dealer in the Cincinnati Select region. Mark Porter Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Pomeroy and Jackson has the largest Jeep and Ram inventory in Southeast Ohio. Visit markporterauto.com to get your Car Ferry discount today. The Car Ferry will be chanting, "OU, oh yeah, let's go Bobcats."
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious. which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
.157 to go in the half. Miami has the night's first points. A mammoth drive, 13 plays, 74 yards. Capped off by the field goal. They're going to officially call it 23 yards for Dom Jobin. And Miami leads 3-0. That drive took 8 minutes and 53 seconds of second quarter clock. The positive is, well, certainly it didn't end up in a Miami touchdown, and the fact that Ohio gets the football back with still some time to do something with it.
No, that's kind of a win down there. The Ohio defense, again, we haven't seen too many goal line stands here in recent years. We had the need for them, but that was a great set of stops. And then the mind control thing, getting that lineman to jump out of his stance and settling for 3 for Miami, and Ohio's got time now.
C.A. Bangura will be flanked to the far side to return. Also back deep is Duncan Brune, standing at the 15-yard line, as Kellen McLaughlin, 5'10 redshirt sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, will come on to kick the football away for Miami. 3-0 RedHawks. I don't know that anybody thought we would have a defensive struggle tonight. That's what this has evolved into.
Yeah, I mean, weather's great, conditions, nothing like that, and that's not slowing you down. Rain and wind aren't slowing you down. But these two teams, again, the only two teams that have bothered to have good or good to great run defenses this year are doing this to you. Both of them.
Combined 88 yards rushing in this game. This kick will skitter out of bounds to the far side, and that's a plus for Ohio right there.
You'll take it.
Absolutely, as the kick went out of bounds.
Kicking team number 38. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
So another a positive for Ohio right there with the ball going out of bounds. You gain about 10 yards depending on where the kick would have gone.
Yeah, moves you 35. Again, if you're trying to kick that flat or force somebody to handle it, it's still 2 minutes left in this game. I don't think the amount of seconds you get back by forcing a return, or trying to get a fumble out of somebody, that's not a great trade.
See if the Ohio offense in this basically 2-minute drill can kind of get uncorked here a little bit. They've been very sluggish. Just 96 yards of total offense in the first half for a team that's averaging 434 a game. Navarro with Bangura now up to his left. 2 wides to the far, 2 wides to the near for the graduate student quarterback who wants to throw from the far side hash. Steps up into the pocket now, looking, tucks the football and runs out to the 37, dives ahead to the 38-yard line where he is brought down. It'll be just a 3-yard gain. That's the other thing that Miami's defense has done such a good job of tonight. When Navarro starts to move with the football, they got a lot of guys around him.
Yeah, they're staying in front of him, so he can't really release early. That's why I think you need to make a decision to run a little sooner.
2 wides again, either side of the line of scrimmage. Quick snap back to Navarro again, who wants to throw, steps up into the pocket, hit as he throws, gets the ball to Bangura across the 45-yard line, and falls to the 49, perhaps to the midfield stripe. It's good enough for an Ohio first down. It's a gain of almost a dozen. Navarro was hit as he threw the football, still had enough oomph on it to get it to Bangura. Play carried out to the 49. It's a gain of 11, still an Ohio first down.
Yeah, second check down to CA. Good decision.
Back to throw again, Navarro steps up into the pocket, looks again, will dump it over to Bangura, makes the catch, turns upfield into Miami territory, 45-yard line, and near the marker again for a first down, and he carried to the 44. Looks like he might have got it again.
Using Miami's game plan against him. They don't want to get too far upfield against Navarro and force him to run. Now he's letting Bangura check down, check out the backfield, and completing throws.
It is a gain to the Miami 41 and a gain of 11 and an Ohio first down. Quickly back to throw again, Navarro. Steps up into the pocket, now is hit, and spins up ahead to the 39-yard line and made something out of what looked to be nothing right there for Ohio. One of the first RedHawks to get to him in the middle of the field for Miami defensively that time. Coming up was Grant Lyons,
Ohio,
a linebacker from Cincinnati.
Slippery, spins across, gets a yard and a half versus a first down. Ohio burns a timeout, but you've made the first 25, 30 yards of this move in about 30 seconds.
Just under a minute to go at the timeout, 57 seconds left in the first half. Ball's at the Miami 39. Again, our next broadcast of Ohio football, Rob and I will join you next Tuesday night from scenic Kalamazoo. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock next Tuesday evening with our pregame show coverage, followed by the kick at 8 o'clock. from Waldo Stadium, which was rocking on Saturday.
Oh, that looked great.
In their rivalry game against Central Michigan that they rallied late and won.
That's one of the other best rivalries in this league, especially when Central and Western both have it going on. That was a legit sellout or close, I think, up there.
The battle for the cannon, and Western Michigan won it. And we'll join you again next Tuesday night. Don't forget Ohio basketball on many of these stations on Thursday, 7 o'clock tip, when the preseason favorite in the Valley, the Illinois State Redbirds, come calling.
You and I will jump in on the TV side again, I believe.
Ball to the far side at the 39 for Ohio, facing a 2nd down and 8 call after the timeout. 2 wides far, 2 wides near. Navarro back to throw. Steps up into the pocket, looking, heaves it long down over the middle of the field, now intended for Hendricks, and overthrows him inside the 5 into the end zone, stopping the clock with 52 seconds left in the half. 3rd down and 8.
Too deep. Hendricks tried to cut a little post under the safety. Navarro threw it was like a go route, just straight up that left hash into the end zone. And when he turned to make that cut for the post pattern, wasn't going to be there.
Parker 7 of 13 now for 71 yards in this first half. Bangura has carried the ball 10 times for 29 yards. Goal here, if anything, get within field goal range, but you need about another 15 yards, I would think, with Ohio's struggles kicking field goals this year.
Yep, easily. Want to get down to the 20, if not better.
3rd down and 8. Ohio on 3rd downs in the first half is 2 of 5. Bangura off to the right. Navarro goes back to throw. Moving to the near side to his left with the football look, sets, heaves over the middle. Pass is caught by Ohio near the 25-yard line, and that was Rodney Harris, who came back to the Max Shield logo at the 25 and made the catch, and then was brought down there. A pickup of 14 and an Ohio first down at the 25.
Little floater over the middle.
Clock rolling, 40 seconds left in the half. Navarro rolling out to throw with the football being chased, and we'll just air this one out and sail it out of bounds. He had pressure on him that time. Again, chasing him was Grant Lyons.
Better part of valor there. Knew he was done, just dumped it into the band.
So that will stop the clock with 35 seconds left in the half. The ball at the 25.
And Ohio clutching that final timeout, holding on to it.
Miami has been able to get pressure on opposing quarterbacks. They have recorded coming into the game 25 sacks this season. They've got a couple in this game.
Yeah, plenty of pressure from them. They've looked good doing that. That's one of the best, fastest Miami defense.
Ohio will put 4 wides on the field. 3 are to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ball's at the Miami 25. Navarro back to throw on 2nd down and 10. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling, will go far side in a dangerous pass, but it is caught over there. As coming back to make the catch for Ohio was Dom Dorwart. And that play carried to the 20, a gain of just 5. The clock is rolling, 20 seconds left. 3rd down for Ohio, 3rd down and 3. Navarro takes a snap and goes back to throw. Looking, sets, now launches it towards the end zone. Now this ball is out of bounds. And
pushed out of bounds.
No flag over there. Nope, none over there. On coverage for Miami, Eli Blakey was with Caleb Gossett, and you can hear the boos coming up from the crowd. There was a lot of hand fighting going on down that far sideline.
I agree with their reaction, but the way Gossett ran that route, he was too close to the sideline. He was basically allowing himself to get shoved out of bounds, and that would have been the problem had he caught the ball anyway.
It will be 4th down. Ohio will put its field goal unit on the field. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt for David Dellenbach, who's 1 of 2 on the season. His long is 30 yards, his only make. This is at the far side hash, again, at the 25, out of the hold of Magnus Haynes. A 35-yard field goal attempt upcoming. Now, Ohio has had struggles in kicking the football this year. Now Miami is going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Miami. Their 2nd timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Miami had 10.
Did they have 10 players
on the field? They rushed 2 guys off late because they thought they had 12. They did have 12. They had 10. Oh, well.
That old Marcus Freeman defense, isn't it?
I prefer the Buddy Ryan defense from years ago. Just
put
keep
10
doing
guys
it.
on the field?
Put 13.
Roll the dice?
Yeah, put 13 on until they don't call the penalty.
What would Cotton McKnight say? That's a bold strategy there.
See if that works out.
See if that works out for you. So after the timeout, they'll get the proper number of players on the field now.
Yeah, they were short, but Ohio was obviously no way to take advantage of it with the offense in the field. So
that was Pepper Brooks, was that character's
name, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Bateman's done a lot of work since then, though.
35-yard attempt upcoming here for Dellenbach. Again, this to tie the game. To the right, no wind whatsoever. And the ball's at the far side hash. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is on the way by Dellenbach. It has the distance, and it is good. And we are tied at 3 with 7 seconds left in the half. That one had a lot of oomph behind it by Dellenbach. He boomed that one through.
He has some great long-range kicks on tape and in practice. There's been consistency out of all the kickers in this mix. But looking for Ohio, we said, get to the 20, you got a shot. Ohio took it, and they're going to go to the break, probably tied.
3-3 with 7 seconds left here in half number 1. Ohio with the field goal, capped off a very brisk 10-play, 47-yard drive that lasted 1 minute and 50 seconds. That's the breakdown of the Ohio scoring drive, courtesy of Donwood Toyota. Donwood Toyota, 900 East State Street in Athens, or online at donwoodtoyota.com. The 35-yard field goal by David Dellenbach.
10 plays and did it fast. It wasn't a beautiful, execution there. There's some throws that, frankly, didn't make sense, were a little short, were misses, but Ohio executed enough. 10 plays to get it down the field.
So Ohio gets set to kick the football away, and that has been an area, let's make no bones about it, that has been of some concern for Ohio.
There has not been confidence in the kicking game, the kick side there. Punting game has fixed itself, it appears to. After that first one at Rutgers, things have been pretty good.
And good to see Dellenbach boom that one home right there. He'll do the kicking here as well, too. Again, that's Brian Smith. They wage weekly competition in that place kicking battle between Dellenbach and Brack Peacock. And that certainly was helped out by the kick going out of bounds, and then Ohio returns the favor by Dellenbach booting this one out of bounds.
Yeah, how much value is Miami having a short kick out of bounds in the first one by Ohio, 15 yards, to give them the field goal range?
Free kick out of bounds.
Luckily, not much time for Miami to take advantage.
Ball be placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
Well, that was big for Ohio when they started their scoring drive, but the Bobcats had 1:57 left in the half to try to do that. And Miami, again, will start at their own 35, and we'll see whether or not Chuck Martin and his offensive coordinator, Pat Welsh, just want to go to the end of the half formation. It looks like they're going to do that. Finn lines up over center. Takes the snap, down to a right knee, and that will do it. So these two high-powered offenses exchange field goals in the first half. And that is all we have on the scoreboard after 30 minutes of play in this 102nd Battle of the Bricks at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium in Athens, Ohio. We are at the break. It's Ohio 3, Miami 3. We're at the intermission. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health Systems.
Your health changes with every season of life. That's why Memorial Health System is here with primary care that grows with you. From everyday checkups to same or next day appointments, our providers don't just treat symptoms. They listen, they check in, they remember what matters to you. Primary care that goes beyond the appointment. That's expecting more. With more than 70 providers, 27 locations, and 40,000 already established patients, you are sure to find the perfect fit for you. Learn more at mhsystem.org/partner.
Welcome to Fairfield by Marriott Athens, where comfort meets convenience. Whether you're traveling for business or leisure, our modern, stylish rooms offer a perfect retreat. Enjoy a complimentary hot breakfast in our 24-hour fitness center to energize you. Need to relax? Take a dip in our saltwater pool or relax on our back patio with a fire pit and grill. Our Marriott Diamond Award-winning staff is ready to assist you, and your stay will be nothing short of exceptional. Stay amazing. Bleed green.
You're listening to Ohio Football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. Presented by Holzer.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Welcome to the Memorial Health Halftime Show. Memorial Health System. Expect more. Coming up, a look around the MAC and the top 25, plus a breakdown of the first half. The Memorial Health Halftime Show begins now.
It is a defensive slugfest in Athens. Miami and Ohio tied at 3-3 at halftime of the Battle of the Bricks. Welcome inside the Learfield Network studios. Matt Schweikert here to take you through the first couple segments of our halftime report. Let's start with our Fairfield Inn first half highlights. First big play of the game, at least from a scoring standpoint, a penalty. Ohio trying to come up with a goal line stand, helped out a little bit by the Red Hawk offense.
4th and goal, the ball between the 1 and the goal line. Finn, and there's movement up front. Let's see. Everybody's pointing at one another.
Greg Smith went across from Miami, the left guard. He got out of his stance unless he was touched.
Ohio's defensive front jumping up and down and pointing. And here's Chris Lamanji.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Bobcats had stopped Miami inside the 2-yard line 3 times before that false start, and that penalty would force the Red Hawks to settle for a field goal attempt.
This is a chip shot 24-yarder from near the left hash for Dom Jobin. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is on the way, and the kick is good. And the first points of the game belong to Miami on the 24-yard Dom Jobin field goal.
Ensuing Miami kickoff would go out of bounds. The Bobcats would take advantage of the field position and answer back with a field goal of their own just before the half.
Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is on the way by Dellenbach. It has the distance, and it is good. And we are tied at 3 with 7 seconds left in the half. That one had a lot of oomph behind it by Dellenbach. He boomed that one through.
That's how it sounded as it is 3-3 at the break. Those were your Fairfield Inn first half highlights. We'll take another break, then come back and check out what's going on around the Mid-American Conference and beyond on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
The Uptown Clinic powered by Holzer is located at 5 North Court Street in Athens. Nurse practitioner Amy Ward and staff provide walk-in urgent care services, on-site lab testing, primary care services, and much more. If you're on your way to work, class, or back home and need care, stop by the Holzer Uptown Clinic, conveniently located for Ohio University students, staff, and families. That's the Holzer Uptown Clinic at 5 North Court Street in Athens.
When it comes to all-wheel drive vehicles, nobody gives you more to choose from than Toyota, including the best-selling Camry and the best-selling RAV4.
You've also got Toyota's 5 Brothers, which include the best-selling Tacoma and the legendary new 4Runner.
All-wheel drive gives you the traction you need for confident driving on any road, in any weather.
With 25 different all-wheel drive choices, there's only one thing you need to know.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Low-scoring affair in Athens as Ohio and Miami are even at 3 at halftime. It's another busy week across the Mid-American Conference. Let's digest all the action with the Bickle Insurance MAC Scoreboard. Bickle Insurance, value beyond insurance. We've got one other game in progress in the MAC, and it just went to halftime as well. Akron with an explosive first half at home against UMass. Zips leading 27-10 at the break. How about Ben Finley? 9 of 13, 161 yards through the air and a pair of touchdown passes. Jordan Gant over 100 yards on the ground as well for the Zips. Finley has chipped in with a rushing touchdown as well. So the Zips looking to be in control of that one at halftime. Looking to move to 4-6 on the year. We do have two more games coming in the MAC tomorrow. Both of those 7 o'clock games. And it'll be Ball State welcoming in Kent State. Both of those teams 2-2 in the Mid-American Conference. And Toledo will be at home against Northern Illinois. The Huskies have to win out just to get to a bowl game in their final season in the MAC. We've got a couple of games going on around college basketball as well. A couple games in progress featuring top 25 teams. Number 9 Kentucky is up 60-36 against Nichols with 7:53 to play at Rupp Arena. And number 10 Texas Tech up 12 late in the first half, 37-25 against Lindenwood. 4:45 to go in the first half. One final score from earlier tonight. Number 1 Purdue got their season started with an 82-51 win over Evansville. And the big game of the night in college basketball from the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, about to get underway in 5 minutes or so. Number 6 Duke taking on Texas. West Virginia basketball is in action tonight. Looking elsewhere in the region, the Mountaineers are up 49-37 with 10:19 to go in the second half in that ball game. Once again, our score here at halftime: Ohio 3, Miami 3. It has been a low-scoring contest in Athens. A lot of punts, not much scoring, as we are at halftime. And that was your Bickle Insurance Scoreboard report. Bickle Insurance, value beyond insurance. We'll get you back out to Marty and Rob next as our halftime report rolls on the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Frank Solich Field, Peden Stadium in Athens, along with Rob Cornelius. The usual fine job by Matt Schweikert in our studios, getting you updated on what's going on in college football and other things happening around the world of sports. I'm Marty Bannister. Not to say that Rob Cornelius isn't doing his usual fine job. He is, but we like to give Matt his props when we possibly can, because Matt, that's just the way Matt is. He does such a great job for us, and we always appreciate his
We don't
efforts.
recognize it enough.
No,
nearly.
we don't.
No.
We don't. And Matt will remind us of that if we don't recognize him enough. We'd like to say hi to everybody watching us tonight as well, too, on our Behind the Mic segment. Good to have all of you with us here this evening. A lot of Bobcat fans checking us out on some of the social media platforms such as Facebook. Jenny Weston, Ashley Loy, Anna Shanton, Joss Mansky, Latoya Hamilton, Clint Shaw, Jocelyn Lawrence, Renee Riddler-Mortimer. Good to have all of you with us here tonight, watching and checking out Ohio football. Clint Shaw from over in the western part of the state in Sydney. Had a daughter graduate last year, has a junior this year. David and Kim Manning are in Toronto, Ohio, cheering on the Bobcats. Great to have you with us. Anastasia Fair-Wilkinson in Richmond, Virginia, with us tonight. Darlene Yost in Barlow, Ohio. Several alums as well. Glad to have all of you with us here tonight as Ohio battles Miami in this game. Rob, what impressed you in the first half other than the amount of punts that we had?
Yeah, great defense. great, effectively great run defense. Great front seven defense out of both these squads. Ohio never looked really right on time in terms of passing the ball and didn't really have too many big gains. Miami's only meaningful drive, their scoring drive, relied on 3 throws to a tight end. They finally got some completions up the hash and had some of those makes. But both these teams have been kind of stuck in the neutral zone, stuck punting, not moving the ball a ton, and making the clock go fast. That second quarter melted down very, very quickly with Miami on a 9-minute drive.
Ohio with 143 yards of total offense. Miami with 113. Parker Navarro, 9 of 17 for 92 yards passing. C.A. Bangura, 10 carries, 29 yards. But Bangura's been doing a lot of his damage coming out of the backfield and catching passes. He's got 3 receptions tonight for 30 yards. For Miami, DeQuan Finn, 6 of 8, 72 yards. Jordan Brunson, 10 carries, 35 yards in the first half. Finn has only carried the ball 4 times and has gained all of 3 yards. And again, we were very surprised that they didn't try to get him on the edge or at least give him the football when they had that 1st and goal at the Ohio 4 in the first
No, they
half.
haven't activated him. And Ohio's done a pretty good job keeping him in the backfield or compressing him there, and he doesn't run between tackles that often, period. We saw a couple of those runs went nowhere, but effectively he's 4 attempts for virtually no yards running the ball.
Well, let's make it clear as well, too. We're not complaining about that.
No, and that's fine. It's just, again, you have one of the most exciting dynamic quarterbacks in the league, and you basically hemmed him in, made him very ordinary, somewhat by design.
The college football playoff rankings came out during the intermission as well, too, and no great surprise here. It's the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12, and Notre Dame. The group of 5 schools nowhere to be found, and that's no surprise whatsoever. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama are your top 4 teams in the college football playoff rankings. The first night that those have been released. Oh, by the way, too, it's election night as well, too. There's a lot going on across the country, but our focus is right here in Athens on Ohio and Miami. Second half is coming up next in a 3-3 game between the Bobcats and the REDHAWKS. The 102nd Battle of the Bricks. Second half is coming up next. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen?
Mind your business.
I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck?
I said mind your business, Billy. It's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered because unlike you, minding our business is their business.
Oh, that's simple human sense.
Protect your business with the right partner. Talk to an advisor at Bickle Insurance. BickleInsurance.com.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names. Whatever your heating needs, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Schedule your appointment today with Air Claws Heating and Cooling Systems at airclaws.com. Bryant, doing whatever it takes, and a proud sponsor of your Ohio Bobcats.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Ohio University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Ohio University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Ohio University.
Two defenses have basically spent the first 30 minutes just shoving the offenses around the field in this game as we get ready to start half number 2 back here at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium, where Ohio is going after its 11th consecutive victory. Miami going after its 12th consecutive regular season Mid-American Conference win. REDHAWKS last lost a MAC regular season game back in October of 2023 when they were losers at home to Toledo. And DeQuan Finn, which again just shows you how college football has changed, he guided the Rockets to a win over Miami and is now trying to guide Miami to a win over Ohio, which would snap Ohio's 10-game Frank Solich Field winning streak.
And amongst all that, Miami did lose a MAC non-regular season game to Ohio in Detroit that we all remember very fondly.
It was interesting to listen to Chuck Martin, Miami's head coach, talk about that earlier in the week. He pulled no punches in talking about that game. And when we saw him rob back in July in Detroit, that's the first thing he said to both of us. Yeah. Hey, you guys just kicked our family broadcast expletive deleted all over the field that day.
Yeah, they came out, had an early field goal, and then basically by about the 6 or 7 minute mark after that, Ohio had broken them and kept breaking them.
Yeah,
they were frustrated. They got nowhere, and that lasted the next 45 minutes.
Such a big part of that game, too, the Ohio victory, was the play of Ohio's tight end Mason Williams that day, up at Ford Field in Detroit. Not so much what he did catching the ball. He did have a touchdown reception in the game, but he took Miami's standout linebacker, Matt Salopek, completely out of that game.
You had him yelling at teammates, yelling at officials. You'd never seen Salopek, who's one of the great million tackles in 4 years guys in this league we've seen pass through. And by 10 minutes in the game, he was irrelevant. He was pushed around.
Exactly.
And again, Mason Williams, a great tight end. I'm shocked to look down and figure out he's only caught the ball 20 times this year. There's not been more volume to him. And maybe this second half is the time we turn him on when they're too focused on Hendricks.
Speaking of tight ends, a happy birthday goes out to Ohio tight ends coach Kyle Obley, celebrating a birthday. There was cake and everything up in the football offices yesterday for Coach Obley.
Ice cream or just cake?
There was just cake.
Okay.
At least that's all I saw was cake.
I know there's a freezer in this complex someplace, obviously.
I was up here week before last, I think it was, to talk to Coach Smith, and it was Coach Coach Isfording's birthday.
Yeah, it is.
And there were cookies, ice cream. I mean, you name it.
That's what I'm saying. Like different degrees of birthday level.
Here we go, getting ready to start the second half. Ohio will kick the football away from our left to right. David Dellenbach approaches and swings the right leg and kicks it very high, and to the 5, it'll take a big bounce and go out of bounds. It took a bounce at the 5, went inside the 5 to the 3, made a left turn and went out of bounds. And back-to-back kicks by Dellenbach that have gone out of bounds after the field goal and to start the second half, and Miami will start first down and 10 at the 35. And that, more than anything, will draw the ire of special teams coach Blair Cavanaugh and head coach Brian Smith.
Yeah, if it sticks in bounds, fine. It puts the returner in conflict and forces them to do something unpleasant they want to do inside the 10. But that one kicked out, and they will get the bonus yards that helped Ohio so much in the second quarter.
DeQuan Finn, just 6 of 8 passing for 72 yards. Was at Baylor last year and didn't see a lot of action. Threw the ball just 43 times for the Bears. 307 yards, had 3 touchdown passes.
He was more situational and junk time or when games were already settled.
First team MAC choice in 2023 at Toledo. Second team MAC choice in 2022 at Toledo. He threw 63 touchdown passes as a Rocket. First down and 10. Miami far side as we start the second half. They have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Finn with Brunson off to his right will go straight back to throw. Has some time in the pocket. I was going to air this one out, go long over the middle now, and the pass is incomplete. He was a step away from getting the football into the hands of Cam Perry, the nation's leader in yards per catch at 27 per game, and he was a step behind the Bobcat defense, but Finn overthrew him.
Yeah, just the first look at Perry today, everyone's favorite long ball guy, nearly 30 a catch. And right there, the safety actually been overrun by Perry. He tried to undercut the route, but I think just lucky the ball was overthrown a little.
Mike Mack is back in the game, and he was on coverage that time.
Yeah, he got back there, and again, he had really taken a shot in that left shoulder. We weren't sure stinger or something more serious. We went to the medical tent, was not there for a lot of that second quarter.
Second down and 10 for Miami again at their own 35-yard line. We're 8 seconds into half number 2 of a 3-3 game. Handoff goes to Brunson to the right side, and manages to move his way out near the 40-yard line, got to the 39. Ohio had a number of black shirts around, and we've mentioned his name a number of times tonight, but again, there was Charlie Christopher in on the stop.
Yeah, he's going to be in on a lot. Ohio basically walked up a five-man front there, brought linebackers down each wing, and expecting run, getting run, and dealing with it, giving up 4 yards.
We've mentioned him a lot because that was his team-leading 9th tackle in the game.
That's a crowd pleaser.
Third down and 6, Miami. On the evening, Miami 2 of 6 on third downs. They'll put a slot to the left of the quarterback and empty the backfield of skill people. Back to throw now was Finn. Comes near side, and the pass is caught and knocked out of bounds after making the catch for Miami. That was Perry, who just gets into Ohio territory. Lucky there wasn't a flag thrown right there. A little extra shove after Perry had spun out of bounds. Play carries to the Ohio 48. It's a gain of 13 and a Miami first down.
Yeah, single coverage on the outside. Then DB just has to sit there and kind of hem him into the sideline, not make too aggressive moving the tackle.
That was Kendall. That was Kendall Bannister who was in on coverage, in for Mike Mack at that field corner spot. He stays in the game. Slot tight into the right is Brian Shane for Miami. Brunson up to the right. REDHAWKS just into Ohio territory. Handoff goes to Brunson to the right side, and he has stood up, but the pile will push him ahead. He's still fighting ahead for running room and gets to the 45-yard line. He gains 3. Bobcats were there led by Jack Freeze, Jay Crable. Jack Freeze, such a great story, 6'2", 222-pound redshirt junior out of Cincinnati from LaSalle High School, a walk-on, smart, instincts, big pluses for that young man, understands the concepts. Linebackers coach Chris Woods told me Freeze, who'd been out for a number of weeks nursing an injury, Chris Woods saw him one day at practice and didn't recognize him because of the weight that he had put on and pounding the weight room.
Take a month off, do nothing but lift.
Second down and 7, Miami. Empty backfield, balls at the Ohio 45 as they move from right to left. Reynolds goes in motion. Finn fakes the handoff, tries to get to the edge, to the 45-yard line, dances to the outside, and is escorted out of bounds to the near side. Mike Mack there for Ohio, helped out by Nathan Hale, as the dangerous Daquan Finn ends up picking up just 2 yards to the 43. So it's a third down and 5 for Miami.
Yeah, Ohio does a good job getting lateral there and just hemming Finn in, holding him to 2. If you don't hold Finn to 2 yards of play, you're fine with that. You win a game.
Nathan Hale, 6'4", 259-pound senior from Iowa Western Community College, hails from Wichita, has been a valuable addition up front for Ohio. Bobcats will usually sift 8 linemen in and out, 4 at a time sometimes up front. Third down for Miami. Ball again in Ohio territory at the Bobcats 43. Finn goes back to throw. The right-hander looks, dances, heaves, near side. This one will sail way out of bounds. Again, Ohio's defensive backs not giving him anywhere to throw the football. He had time, but there was just nobody to get the ball to.
Yeah, plenty of time there. Ohio only rushing 3, but sitting the linebacker basically spying on the quarterback Finn. And Ohio's changing their front right before the snap every time. They're going from an even front to an odd front and forcing the quarterback to think and be a beat behind.
One of the things that John Hauser, Ohio's defensive coordinator, talked about in the week in regards to Cam Perry to slow him down, you have to make it miserable for him to run down the field. You can see Perry a little frustrated coming back up the field after that play ended. Here's the punt by Pierce Stainton. It will be caught on the fair catch at the 12, his own 12, by Chase Hendricks. And the punt duel continues. 11:53 to go. Ohio will have the football for the first time here in quarter number 3 when we come back of a game that remains level at 3, Ohio and Miami. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health Systems.
At Integrated Services for Behavioral Health, we offer a wide range of housing, mental health, and substance use disorder services. but sometimes one story says it all. A 39-year-old woman came to us while living in a tent, struggling with a substance use disorder and facing significant legal challenges. Through the unwavering support from our dedicated team of helpers, she entered treatment, got sober, and worked 2 jobs to rebuild her life. Today, she's earned her STNA certification, secured safe and stable housing, and is thriving in recovery. ISBH, helping people reclaim their futures. Learn more at isbh.org.
Football season is here, which means winter is not far behind. Hi, this is Jared Dean with Dean Heating and Cooling. As your local Tempstar dealer, you can experience superior home comfort with Tempstar game-changing technology. Whether you need a fall tune-up or a midwinter repair call, our expert technicians will make sure your heating system is running at peak performance. Count on Dean Heating and Cooling and Tempstar to keep you cozy all winter long. Find us online at deanheatingandcooling.com and go Cats!
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
$11:53 to go, quarter number 3 here in Athens. Ohio 3, Miami 3. Let's pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves all across the great Ohio Sports Network from Learfield. You'll have a chance to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming as well on the Sirius XM app. Welcome back to Frank Solich Field, Peden Stadium. Maction underway in the 2025 football season. Ohio and Miami, the 102nd meeting between the Bobcats and the REDHAWKS of Miami, and it has been a defensive duel. To this juncture of the game, the 7th punt of the evening combined between the two teams?
Kind of the opposite of what you think of as Maction. The Maction stereotype is not 3-3 after 35 minutes of football.
Ohio will start this possession at their own 12-yard line. Moving from our left to right. High full moon over Athens. Moon over Ohio. And just a great night for football. Temperature expected to dip into the upper 30s tonight here in this part of the state of Ohio. And a very good crowd for a Tuesday night matchup. It certainly helps that it's Miami.
Yeah, East stands look good. I don't know if we'll be gifted this in that UMass game here in a few weeks, but this is about the best November conditions and crowds you're going to see in all of Maction.
You're a glass half empty guy, aren't you?
Well, it's going to be tough. UMass is getting drilled tonight at Akron.
Duncan Brood starts the second half at the running back position behind Parker Navarro. 3-3, Ohio with the ball at their own 12-yard line. Pistol formation. Navarro extends his arms either way, setting up the play, takes a snap, hands off to Brune to the left side, and he makes his way out to the 15, perhaps to the 16. See how far they will allow him as he stretched ahead. Jackson Kuwatch in again on the stop for Miami. He got to the 16, a gain of 4. One of the things that C.A. Bangura talked about in having Duncan Brune as his number 2 is the ability that Brune brings allows Bangura to stay fresh in games because you don't lose a lot, if anything, when you put Brune in at the running back spot.
No, nobody wants 30 or 35 carries this day and age. If you can get 20 good ones out of C.A. Bangura, you're on a good start.
Bruno, the tight end, in a slot. Navarro will go back to throw. Rushes on now. He's hit and dumps the ball away and went off the right hand of Bruno. Almost a dump off to the tight end who was just kind of drifting into the middle of the field. There was a big rush on Navarro. Miami blitzed that time, and no one picked up the outside blitzer, and Navarro was just fortunate to get the football away.
Yep, had to dump it, get rid of it, sits out a third and sort of long.
Ball is just shy of the 16. 11:10 to go here, third quarter, and again the game tied at 3. Navarro now 9 of 18 on the night. 2 wides to the near side, 2 to the far side for Ohio. Bobcats with 147 yards of total offense. Bruin stays in the game at the running back spot. Snap to Navarro, who looks to throw and finds a receiver and cutting across the 25 out to the 30 and getting across the 30-yard line on Ohio first down, as one of the few times tonight that Chase Hendricks has been able to go yards after catch and carries out to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 18 and an Ohio first down.
Yeah, first slant, first really good throw over the middle, really. First time he's thrown a bullet up the hash, and Ohio may finally be opening up the inside game.
Just the second catch of the night for Hendricks, who had 20 in the last 2 games coming in.
Take what is given.
Navarro, play fake, Bruin wants to throw, comes to the near side, and the pass is incomplete. Again, Miami had a lot of pressure. They're finding some gaps now against this Ohio offensive front. As coming in that time for Miami, Josh Lacusa, one of the defensive ends, a 6'4 redshirt junior out of Cincinnati, he got to Navarro in an absolute hurry. Had to almost just throw that one away just to save face on that one.
Yeah, Bangura out there, and that's 2 defensive linemen getting on you. That's not a blitz. That's not an outside or an extra guy.
Second down and 10 now for Ohio. Bobcats scrimmage at their own 34 to the near side hash, moving from left to right. Again, we are tied at 3. Mason Williams, the tight end, sprints to the far side in motion. Navarro back to throw. Steps up into the pocket now, looking to throw. Hit as he throws. The ball's loose in the field now, and I don't know how they're going to rule this one. It looked like his arm was moving forward. I don't see the beanbags on the field anywhere.
No, if his arm's moving forward, that's a throw, and that's an incomplete pass. But
Miami's excited. They think they have the football, and that's going to be the ruling, that they have the football. As coming out of the pack with the ball was Corbin Hondrew.
Feels like Hondrew's been here.
And they are ruling that a fumble.
I can't imagine that doesn't go to the tape, but big picture on this one, they're rushing 5, and he had to dump that ball, get rid of it. He had to throw where the blitzers came from and was not able to get it out fast enough.
The ball right now is being spotted at the 36. I mean, they have to take a look at this, don't they?
I would imagine almost any situation like this, there's going to be a second or third look to it. But nobody seems to be fighting it that hard on this Ohio side. I don't see Brian Smith working an official. I don't see anybody trying to get their attention.
Chris Lamongi has not made any signal yet. Now he's starting to drift back to turn his mic on and elects not to do so. So apparently this is going to stand. No, wait a minute. Now he's got his hands up. I don't know if it's because of the substitutions or what. Yeah, this is going to stand. This is going to stand.
Second Ohio turnover.
And the ball will be at the Ohio 36-yard line. So Navarro, who threw an interception in the first half, hit from behind, and the ball squirted free. And linebacker Corbin Hondrew falls on it for Miami. First down for Miami at the Ohio 36. Handoff goes to Brunson to the left side, and he is knocked backwards. Jalen Thomason, the nickelback, was there to greet him. Just a 1-yard gain to the 35.
They're better off running him on design plays, not option read stuff. Ohio's swallowed him up every time they've run him off a read option.
Thomason, the 5'11", 193-pound junior, third on the team in tackles, has had a heck of a night.
Been busy, too busy.
Second down and 9, the ball at the Ohio 35-yard line. Finn, a couple of hand claps. Brunson's off to his left, and he'll hand the ball to Brunson, who works to the right side, manages to squirt through a gap inside the 30 to the Ohio 29-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, design run play, well blocked off the right side.
It is shy of the first down, so a third down and let's say roughly 2. The official count has it as 3 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they need the 26. They're right around the 29 now.
Far
in field
side
goal
hash.
range.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for Dom Jobin. There's
Absolutely.
no doubt about that. Ohio's defense had a huge stop goal line in the first half. Reynolds in the backfield at the running back spot. He's the speedster now. They'll flank him in motion to the near side. Finn wants to throw that way and does. Reynolds makes the catch now and is hit and dropped, and I don't know that he got it.
I think he lost yardage.
Yeah, I think he did too. Great job that time by Ohio's DJ Walker coming up from the strong safety spot to make an ankle tackle of Keith Reynolds, who was very dangerous in the flat. And that's a big break right there. And Ohio's defense once again rises up to the occasion. And here comes Jobin to try a field goal.
Yeah, fantastic lateral pursuit. And again, when Reynolds is on the field, Ohio spots him pretty quickly. Again, Waterbug, smaller guy. And this kick will be 47?
Yeah, 47, yeah. Just inside the near side hash. Jobin, a field goal in the first half. He's 13 of 15. His long is 51. He was booming them in warm-ups. Gets the right leg on this one, and it is on the way, and it is up, and it is good. Didn't have a lot of oomph behind it, but enough to get over the crossbar and through.
Timeout on the field.
Thank you very much. 8:15 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of feedback there. Have to work on that mic, Chris Lamanji. 6-3, Miami has the lead.
Close your key.
That's right. Miami on top, 6-3 over Ohio. Timeout on the field. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here, there, or anywhere, whether it's in person.
Hi there. How are you feeling today?
Or at home.
Hi there. How are you doing?
At one of our 200-plus care sites across the state.
All right, let's take a look.
Or on your tablet, smartphone, or computer.
So, when did this problem start?
You'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the stylish new Corolla, a name synonymous with Toyota quality and dependability, the elegant new Toyota Crown Signia, and the latest edition of the legendary 4Runner. Toyota's extensive lineup also includes battery EVs like the tech-savvy all-electric BZ4X, and of course, the iconic Prius, the hybrid that started it all. That's the power of choice. From Toyota, let's go places.
College throws a lot of decisions your way, but here's an easy one. Your first big move after graduation. BBI Logistics is growing fast and looking for sharp, motivated grads who want more than just a job. We'll teach you the industry, push you to grow, and set you up with serious perks, health benefits, 401k match, profit sharing, and paid time off. No ceiling, no limits, just opportunity. Apply now at BBILogistics.com/careers. BBI Logistics, where ambition hits the road.
(6-3) Miami leads Ohio with 8:15 to go here in quarter number 3 here at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium. The Miami scoring drive, 4 plays, 7 yards. It started after the Parker Navarro fumble was recovered by Hondru. 2 minutes, 7 seconds. What is officially listed as a 46-yard field goal by Dom Jobin. And Miami has the lead again by the score of 6-3. We want to send out some special thanks to George Angelos and our friends at the Chick-fil-A over in Vienna, West Virginia. We enjoyed Chick-fil-A for dinner in the press box tonight, and it was absolutely delicious. There was a long line to get those chicken sandwiches and those delicious chips. In fact, I still got a bag of chips up here with me.
Those go fast in there. And I've known George for 20 years, and he ran cross country here. His son runs cross country here. He coaches cross country, and big supporter of youth sports himself and through his business back home in Parkersburg. So thank you, George, as always.
Absolutely.
One of the best dudes in this
business. Sandwiches are tremendous. Miami gets set to kick the football away. And they lead again by the score of 6-3.
Kind of a bullet dodge, though. Essentially 4 plays and out. You have the fumble. It's a mistake, but they don't cash it for 7, and it's not a big elongated drive. You stop them in 3 plays, force them to kick. They kick.
Brian Smith has talked all season long about winning the second half of games, being the stronger, more physical football team, running the football. And Ohio tonight has just 53 yards on the ground.
Yep, and for the whole first half, Ohio had a lot more plays, basically doubling Miami up. Miami is now run plays. That's basically even.
Kick into and out of the end zone. So the Bobcats will get the football here. Second time here in the second half. 8:15 to go. Again, next week we are in Kalamazoo on Tuesday night, November the 11th, Veterans Day from Kalamazoo. Ohio and the Broncos of Western Michigan. 7 o'clock will be our pregame show, followed by the kick at 8 o'clock in Western Michigan.
It's a club folks didn't know what to expect out of, but they've been on a great pace so far. 4-1 in this league is a great start.
Ohio with the football, first down and 10 at the far side hash, their own 25-yard line, trailing now 6-3. C.A. Bangura is off to the left of Parker Navarro. He speeds a tight end in motion and goes back to throw. Navarro will fire, and the pass is caught in congestion and dragging defenders with him out shy of the first down, just shy of the 35-yard line was Rodney Harris. Play gains 9. It'll be a second down and 1 call for Ohio.
Trying to threaten them by throwing a slant to someone who isn't Hendricks there, throwing it to Harris. A little different look out of Ohio.
Third catch of the night for Rodney Harris. One of the things that Rodney worked on in the offseason was getting stronger so he could make catches just like that with defenders draped all over him. Wanted to win those 50-50 balls. Second down and 1. Navarro back to throw again, looking, and will come to the near side. This pass is caught by Hendricks, who turns upfield across the 40 and is knocked down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8 and another Ohio first down. As Miami that time slowed down Hendricks, who has had a huge season. Eli Blakey in on the stop for Miami.
Yeah, Ohio's not been able to force feed Hendricks on volume today. 3 for Harris, 3 for Mangura, 3 for Hendricks tonight in the catch ratio.
Coming into the game, Hendricks had 57 grabs on the season. That puts him at 60 for the year. 805 yards entering the night with a half dozen touchdowns. Had 12 catches in 2 games last year against Miami. Handoff Bangura for the first time tonight, running room into Miami territory across the midfield stripe. And then it is thrown down at the 47-yard line by Blakey. C.A. Bangura rumbles for a Bobcats first down.
That's the first double-figure run of the game by either team. That's how good these defensive fronts have been. Bangura finally cracks one.
Gain of 11. And Ohio moves into Miami territory. 6:40 to go, third quarter. And again, Ohio trailing 6-3. 3 wides to the far side for Navarro, who will hand off to Bangura, looks for a little running room, finds a hole, exploits it, and gets across the 45 down to the 44, gain of 3. That play was very slow developing as Bangura was just searching for a gap and found it and was able to dance through it to the 44 where he was brought down for Miami. Adam Trickin on the stop, the defensive end.
Yeah, got the ball, and it's kind of almost like an orbit motion. Orbit looked to the right, so he ran back before he was able to run forward.
Second down and 7, Ohio. Last year, these teams split their 2 meetings. Miami won in Oxford 30-20. Ohio returned the favor emphatically in Detroit 38-3 in the MAC championship game. Navarro, number high snap, back to throw. Looking to the left, dances up into the pocket, comes over the middle, and has a receiver. 35 to the 30. It's an Ohio first down as he was bailed out by Mason Williams again, who just kind of drifted into the middle, became that check down receiver, and the big tight end rumbles for a first down, a gain of 15 to the Miami 29.
Yeah, pulled the safeties and DBs all out to the perimeter with the other routes.
Navarro quickly back to throw. Pump fakes to the left, steps back to the right. Protection starts to break down, and he's just going to heave this one out of bounds into the Miami sideline, far side.
One receiver on that side of the field, deep, but close enough. That will not be a grounding call.
Navarro now 13 of 24 on the night, 142 yards. I was telling you about Mason Williams at the half, about how big he was last year in that championship game and the way he just took outstanding linebacker Matt Saddlepek out of the game. He had a couple of catches that afternoon, 32 yards and a touchdown. He had that little wheel route where he just kind of came out of the backfield, and Navarro hit him in stride, and he cruised into the end zone.
Yep, let that lead receiver drag off the safety and pull the DBs away, and you're basically free run behind it.
Second down and 10, the ball at the Miami 29, 5:20 to go, third quarter. Ohio on the move. Down 3, 6-3. Navarro takes the snap, hands off Bangura, slowed down momentarily. No, it's Navarro keeping the football to the left side, to the 25-yard line, angles to the far side, and it's run out of bounds. That was a heck of a play fake by Parker Navarro. He does that so well. Held the ball into the belly of Bangura long enough to draw the defense, then pulls the ball back and sprinted to the far side. He's just shy of the first down to the Miami 22-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 call.
Yeah, great job hiding the ball out of the mesh. The counter motion pulls the defense the other way. He gets wide and thought he was going to get the whole 10 he needed, gets most of it.
Jordan Jones, the Ohio right tackle, a little slow coming up after that play, but rejoins his teammates on the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down here, 3rd down and 3 for Ohio at the Miami 22. Pistol formation, Bangura stands behind Navarro. The tight end, Williams, comes in motion. The handoff goes to Bangura, and he's got the first down and more. Inside the 10, to the 5, to the end zone, touchdown, Ohio! C.A. Bangura bursts right up the middle of the field from 22 yards out, and Ohio takes the lead at 9-6.
Quick hitter and a buster in the Miami defense. Ohio gets out the second level, takes out a linebacker, but basically untouched once he's past the right side of the Ohio line. Right up the right hash.
A Bangura burst into the end zone for the score. His MAC leading 10th rushing touchdown of the season. And Ohio's on top 9-6.
And that's what happens in the second half. His 4-yard carries turn into 20 like it did right there.
Dellenbach on to try the extra point out of the hold of Magnus Haynes. Ohio has taken the lead for the first time tonight, 9-6. Snap good, hold good. The kick by Dellenbach is airborne, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 4:37 to go. Quarter number 3. Ohio is on top. The Bobcats lead Miami by the score of 10-6. And again, 4:37 to go here in quarter number 3. Timeout on the field. Ohio on top of Miami 10-6. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
It's me.
Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
You're listening to Ohio Football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Man, I love my kids so much. I once sat for 3 hours in the cold rain to watch her soccer team lose by 18 goals.
I love my kids so much, I once used a tube to suck snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
C.A. Bangura puts Ohio ahead with the touchdown run of 22 yards. It capped off an 8-play, 75-yard Ohio scoring drive. It took 3 minutes and 38 seconds for Ohio to take the lead. That's the Donwood Toyota Drive summary. Donwood Toyota, 900 East State Street in Athens, or online at donwoodtoyota.com.
Yeah, things finally starting to open up for both teams. 3 chunk plays, double-figure gains for Ohio there, an 11-yarder for Bangura early before the 22-yard touchdown run, 15-yard throw to Mason Williams en route to a 75-yard drive. The offense is finally both starting to click a little bit.
We've been saying hello to a number of folks who are listening to us tonight. I want to say hello to a guy who is one of the better color announcers in the business. Not quite as good as my running mate, Rob Cornelius. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Brian Cavanaugh checking us out up in Northeast Ohio tonight. Does great work on the MAC TV games on ESPN+. Always good to have our friend Chris checking us out tonight.
I like having folks like listen, tell us when we're doing good work, less good work. We got big ups from Ryan Peden for the basketball game last night.
Yeah,
he thought we reviewed well in game one.
The head coach at Illinois State will be in town with his basketball team on Thursday.
And that's a guy I like. I just want to hang out with him. He's a good time.
Good dude. We had a lengthy conversation about our old Worcester-Wittenberg days when we were running around the old North Coast Athletic Conference, and he was playing at Worcester, and I was broadcasting Wittenberg games.
He compared it to a Woody Bowe situation.
Yeah, he did.
That's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong take.
No doubt. Ohio getting set to kick the football away in a game that, for the first time tonight, Ohio leads by the score of 10-6.
Yeah, first touchdown. That's 40 minutes into a game.
Yeah. I think we expected a little more of a offensive outburst tonight, but hey, defense wins championships.
Yep, Akron's doing the offense tonight for the whole league, I think.
Matt Schweiker was telling us that Ben Finley, Akron's quarterback, was injured in that game.
Akron's really bowed up the past 2 weeks. They've been pretty good over the last 3 weeks.
Here's Dellenbach's kick. It will be fielded to the near side by Miami, out to the 20-yard line, out to the 25 to the 30. This is Linnell Billups-Williams, and he gets out across the 35-yard line and is brought down near the 40. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on after the play.
Yeah, he got hit up high but not wrapped and got 5 more. I just didn't really finish on the first tackle there. Gets to 40 or very close.
What you expect in a rivalry game, that type of pushing and shoving going on. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country, simply download the free Varsity Network app. It's available on both Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep updates on your favorite teams like the Ohio Bobcats. Don't miss a moment, he said. Get the Varsity Network app now. You have it already, don't you, Rob?
Oh, absolutely. I've had it for since they opened it. And you can listen to almost everything. Almost.
Near side hash is where Miami will scrimmage. First down and 10. And now we have a flag, a delay of game.
Wow. How does that tick down?
How does that happen?
It's a short clock. It's not the full clock coming out there, but even so, game management-wise, that's pretty unforgivable.
So that'll push Miami back 5 to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, light on penalties. Just the third for Miami there. A couple on Ohio, but has not been a factor tonight on either side.
Well, that's one of the things that Miami has done so well in their 5-game winning streak, where they have not beaten themselves.
No.
They only turned the ball over twice.
They don't turn over.
And they're 31 of 70 on third downs coming into the game. Tonight, however, they are 3 of 9.
And they've got some of the best O-line play in the league, period.
Speed Reynolds in motion, and Finn will go back to throw, and the ball was almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Ohio, leaping up and getting both hands on that football, but unable to corral it was Jack Freeze.
Yeah, he had a tight end up the seam, thought it was clean, and Freeze just got up into the route. Freeze is playing pretty shallow, pretty close to the line. Shocked he got up to that ball, but it was thrown very low.
Well, one of the strengths of Jack Freeze, defensive coordinator John Hauser talked about it during the week. He is very smart, has the right instincts for the weak side linebacker position, and has smarts at that position. The
be in the way.
Former walk-on from LaSalle. 2nd and 15 now, Miami. Runs it off to the right. Finn will play fake and go back to throw. Looking long to the far side now, and back as a receiver, and this ball is knocked away, and a penalty flag comes in. Oh, my goodness. Tank Pearson and DJ Walker were back on coverage. They were trying to get the ball into the hands of Cam Perry.
Yeah, it was Pearson on the left hip.
Defense number 7. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
So that'll move the ball out to the midfield stripe.
But again, if that's a catch, that's 30-plus yards and possibly goes to the end zone. He was running the route perfectly with Perry, inside on his left hip. When he went up to knock the ball away, which he did get a deflection, I believe he pushed or shoved with the underhand, the offhand on the receiver, Perry. Again, Perry's the most dangerous guy individually in this league as a wide receiver. That's fine.
Well, I guess all things being equal, as you said, if that's a completion, the ball's at the 30.
And this isn't the NFL. It's not a spot foul, so he'll happily give 15 instead of giving 35 or a touchdown.
Reynolds speeds in motion. Finn play fakes, keeps the football, trying to get to the near side. And Ohio has him zeroed into the backfield, and they'll drop him for a loss.
And a hold.
The first Bobcat to get there was Nehemiah Dukes. Helped out Jalen Thomas and came in to finish him off. And Anas Lukman were there for the Bobcats, and there is a yellow marker on the field at the 48.
Yeah, that's a center, Chris Menu, coming over to try and save him when he got in traffic, and that's even more.
So Miami goes up 15, but now they'll go back 10.
Holding offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
The center, Chris Manu, out of Dublin Kaufman High School in the Columbus area, 6'1", 300-pound redshirt freshman. In fact, you look across their offensive line.
It's a good group.
Yeah, well, it's a large group, too. Every one of the starters, save for the right tackle, Drew Terrell, 300 pounds or better.
On paper, there were two really good lines before this season, this and BG, and obviously these guys have gotten results. BG hasn't.
Ball back to the 40, where it's 1st and 20 now. They'll empty the backfield for Finn and put 5 wides on the field, 3 to the far, 2 to the near. They're at the near side hash. 3:58 to go, third quarter. Ohio leads 10-6. Finn back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the far side, zips it over the middle, and the pass is caught and knocked down after making the catch was Cam Perry. Ohio able to go low and flip him airborne. Jalen Thomason, the nickelback for Ohio. Play carried to the 45. It's just a gain of 5. They need to get to the Ohio 40 for a first down.
Yeah, they flushed him, and he threw back across his body a little bit of a dangerous throw, but Ohio, the linebacker, the spy, overcommitted and basically pushed him to the outside instead of hemming him in.
Finn on the night now 9 of 14 passing for just 85 yards. They'll speed Williams or check it Reynolds in motion to the far side. Finn, a couple of hand claps, back to throw, rushes on. Finn steps up into the pocket, now running, throwing, and the pass is caught, and Cole Weaver makes the catch, and I think got the first down, or he's going to be a yard shy. He is going to be a yard shy. Play carried to the Ohio 41-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd down and 1 for Miami, a gain of 14.
Yeah, good-looking ball, leading him across kind of a deep cross or a middle cross to that tight end who was so good against Ohio late second quarter.
So a 3rd down and 1 upcoming for Miami. After Weaver made the catch, he was put down at the 41. 2:42 to go here in the quarter. Brunson now up to the right of Daquan Finn. Takes the snap, gives off to Brunson, and he got it, I think.
It's a maybe.
I don't know. Jack Freeze came in there to greet him. Also over there was Jalen Thomas, and I don't think he got it.
Terrible spot for Miami from the far side judge there.
Yeah, it's shy.
Ohio's done a good job looping around and getting to that running back.
So it's going to be a 4th down and 1. Chuck Martin's going to leave his offense on the field. Let's see if maybe Ohio can get them to jump like they did on that goal line situation in the first half.
They've got their big running back, Deshaunte Jones, checked in real big, 250.
4th down and short. The tight end Shane in a slot. Finn takes the snap, gives off, and it is a first down, but not by much. He got to the 39, then a quartet of Bobcats shoved him backwards, but not before forward progress got him to the 39. And a Miami first down. It's a gain of 2.
Deshaunte Jones is kind of this plunger in their run game. Comes in to close the goal line or in short stretches. Limited carries, 4 scores.
Out of Cleveland Glenville High School, that powerhouse program in Northeast Ohio. Ted Ginn Sr. has been running that program for many, many years, numerous state championships. 80 seconds left, third quarter. Ohio leads 10-6. Miami on the move, though. They're at the Ohio 39. Perry comes in motion to the near side. Finn goes back to throw again. Looking to the right, now looking to the left. Sees nothing. Dancing back at the midfield stripe. No one's open. He'll tuck the football and run and gets up to the 36-yard line and dives inside the Ohio 35. Shy of the first down.
Ohio messing with his head there. Only rushed 3. Dropped 8 into coverage. But the spy basically missed and was late to get there when he finally decides to tuck and run.
The very busy Charlie Christopher in on the stop. Play carried to the 32. It's a gain of 7. And now a second down and 3 for Miami. We're under a minute to go in the quarter. And again, Ohio leads 10-6. Perry's lined up wide to the far side. It's solo coverage with Tank Pearson that way. Jones back in the game, the big back on the short yardage situation. And he'll get the handoff to the right side and just plows his way ahead and got the Miami first down. Not by much, but he did get it.
And again, this is a different ingredient for Miami that no one else has shown Ohio this year, and that's 2 heavy, stronger running backs, fullback-sized guys, but actually give them the ball.
Gain of 3. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth quarter in the 102nd Battle of the Bricks between Ohio and Miami. First place, the road to Detroit.
The end of the third quarter.
Thank you very much. All on the line right now as we go to quarter number 4. Ohio leads Miami 10-6. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health Systems.
Holzer Health System in Athens County provides a variety of primary and specialty care services to keep you and your family healthy. With 4 convenient locations and multiple service lines, we aim to make your visit the highest level of quality care every time. Whether you need quick care at one of our walk-in clinics or specialty care at another, we're here for your health. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 855-4-HOLZER or visit holzer.org.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Protect your business with the right partner. Talk to an advisor at Bickle Insurance. BickleInsurance.com.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Welcome inside the Learfield Network studios. Quick look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Akron continues to be in control against UMass, up 34-10 with 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ben Finley has checked back into the game for the Zips, so whatever that injury was earlier, he seems to be all right. Quick look at college basketball as well. The big game of the night in Charlotte. And it's Duke up 26-19 against Texas with 7:28 to go in the first half. Marty, Rob, back to you guys.
Matt, thank you. We go to quarter number 4. Ohio leads Miami 10-6. REDHAWKS will have a first down and 10 as we start quarter number 4 at the Ohio 29. As the teams flip sides of the field, Miami now moving from our left to right. Ohio with 238 yards of total offense on the night. Miami with a $173. Turnovers have hurt Ohio. There have been 2, an interception in the end zone and a fumble that led to Miami taking the lead at 6-3. And that's where we stand right now as we start quarter number 4, the MACtion part of this 2025 schedule.
Yep, Ohio leads this game despite being -2 on turnovers, so that on one hand you feel good, but also the pace of this game, you came in, it's been very run-heavy, and it's been very, very low scoring. I'm not sure anyone had that projected.
Two very similar teams in a lot of areas and two similar programs. They recruit the same type of student-athletes. They have the same type of philosophy. Be physical. To the far side on the Miami sideline,
yeah.
That's Brunson. Is that Brunson? Yeah, that's Brunson sprinting towards the Miami locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what this is all about. Keep an eye and see whether or not he comes back. But they've been getting Deshaunte Jones into the game, who's just been a bull in the middle of the field there.
Does sort of the same thing, freshman, even bigger than Brunson.
It's a rather lengthy jog all around that southeast side of the end zone over to the Walter Fieldhouse where the visiting locker room is located.
Long way over there.
Oh, yeah. Long way to go. 15 minutes, quarter number 4. And we get ready to resume action after a 4-minute TV break. You had a chance to go out and get some Chick-fil-A and come back.
Yeah, I was able to walk to Vienna and get the job done, or at least down the hall. They said they're out there. They're just down the chips now. The sandwiches are long gone.
Miami with the football, and again, Ohio leads 10-6. First play of quarter number 4 is forthcoming. Reynolds comes up to the right of Finn, who goes back to throw at the far side hash. Has some time in the pocket, steps up, a flag is down. This play's coming back. There's a hold. Inside the 20, the catch made by Cole Weaver continues inside the 10, but this is all for naught.
Yeah, they're going to get Drew Terrell, the right tackle, back here. Ohio rushed 4 that time instead of 3. Started to get a little pressure. I think Terrell panicked as he was getting backed up.
Penalty flag thrown at the 38.
Personal foul.
Ooh.
Hands to the face.
Oh, my goodness.
Never mind.
Wow. But there was a hold.
Half the distance to the goal.
Wow.
Automatic first down.
There was a hold back at, I'm not going to, at the 38, but you can't ignore the other penalty too, but goodness sakes.
Yeah, no, that was thrown right in the area where it should have been holding, but okay.
So after the completion, which carried inside the 15, it's half the distance to the goal line. The ball is now at the 6 of Ohio.
And defensive penalties are just so much worse than offensive penalties, especially obviously at this end of the field. Much more important.
Anas Lukman, the Ohio player, flagged for the illegal hands to the face, trying to shed a defender, or an offensive lineman, rather. So first down and goal Miami at the Ohio 6. Bobcats came up with a big stop in the first half. See if they can duplicate it here in the second half. And now Chuck Martin of Miami wants a timeout. There's a flag down at the 8.
Did the official signaling the timeout on the far side also hit his flag down?
Timeout. Miami. Their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
I don't know if the flag just came out when he was signaling the timeout, or I didn't notice the play clock was down.
No. Odd timing there. But again, that's another catch there. Only for 18 yards to Weaver, that tight end. So he's now 6 for 94.
He's had a big night.
Yeah, that's not a guy who does a bunch of volume on the offensive side of this game. That's what makes it even more weird.
Well, knowing coming into the game, he was Miami's third down guy. That's the one they normally go to.
That's the focus.
He's made some big catches in those situations tonight. Now, obviously, a lot of the concern of the Ohio defensive coaches was Cam Perry and Keith Reynolds because of their speed ability. But as Rob has mentioned, Weaver has been a very valuable target tonight for DeQuan Finn.
Yeah, they've done okay on Perry. Obviously, one big PI called on Pearson. They've done a good job on the little guy because they've kept him basically close to the last scrimmage, and none of the jet sweep stuff or the screen stuff to him has really worked or done much.
Ball is at the Ohio 6. It's first and goal Miami. 14-19 to go in the game. Ohio leads 10-6.
Ohio feigning a blitz, like a strong safety or a slot guy walking in.
Shane, the tight end, is in the backfield with Finn, who will go back to throw. Looking, flushed out of the pocket to the far side. Now we'll throw this one, just heave it away.
Ohio brings like 6 there and forces him to waste it down. Flushes him out the left side and basically crowds him. There isn't a lot of throwing options there, so has to dump it out the back of the end zone.
Stops the clock. Second down and 6. The incompletion, 14-13 to go in the game.
Haven't seen Ohio blitz a ton. You've seen him fake it a little. You've seen him also blitz, rush 3 and drop 8 in some of these. So obviously down the part of the field where you're not going to do that, I don't think.
Cam Hollabaugh in at the linebacker spot for Ohio has that right hand at a basic club wrapped in heavy black tape around a cast.
Yeah, he had a couple picks this season, but his grip tonight not great with that club on.
Second down and goal for Miami at the Ohio 6. Finn again goes back to throw. Looking, flares it to the far side. The pass is caught by Josh Ringer, the running back, coming out of the backfield. Minimal gain. He gets to the 5, perhaps to the 4. They're going to put him at the 5.
Give him maybe a yard. He didn't get much.
It's a 1-yard gain. Yeah, it's a 1-yard gain to the Ohio 5. So now it's 3rd and goal. They were trying to get Ringer one-on-one in coverage on that far side. He made the catch, but Ohio had that well defended.
Yeah, Flair just took him right out of bounds. Saginaw took him right out to the 5-yard line.
3rd and goal at the 5. Wonder if it's 4-down territory for Miami here. Again, the tight end Shane stays in the backfield. Again with Brunson in the locker room right now. Finn takes a snap, goes back to throw, steps up into the pocket, now looks to throw, zips into the end zone. The pass is caught, touchdown Miami. Near the back of the end zone, making the catch for the Redhawks in the end zone for the go-ahead score. Back there was Antoine Thomas, a 5'10 freshman out of Pontiac, Michigan, who just drifted along the back of the end zone, and Finn was able to move a little bit laterally to his left and then throw a dart right to the freshman wide receiver for the catch, and Miami goes on top 12-10.
Yep, stepped up and just zipped that thing in there just a little bit sidearm, bunch of gas on it, right on his hands, the back of that H.
On to try the extra point is Jobin. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is on the way, and the kick is up, and it is good. With 13:29 to go in the game, Miami has retaken the lead. It's Miami 13, Ohio 10. Timeout on the field. With Miami on top, Ohio will have the ball when we come back. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer Health.
When it comes to all-wheel drive vehicles, nobody gives you more to choose from than Toyota, including the best-selling Camry and the best-selling RAV4.
You've also got Toyota's 5 Brothers, which include the best-selling Tacoma and the legendary new 4Runner.
All-wheel drive gives you the traction you need for confident driving on any road, in any weather.
With 25 different all-wheel drive choices, there's only one thing you need to know.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
This is your home for Ohio football.
Dominate this week, baby.
The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
First reception of the season for Miami's Antoine Thomas, and it comes in the back of the end zone to put the Redhawks ahead 13-10. An 11-play, 60-yard drive that used up 6 minutes of clock, stretching from quarter 3 to quarter 4. And with 13:29 to go in the game, Miami has the lead now, 13-10 for Daquan Finn. The touchdown pass is 8th of the season. And Miami has a 3-point lead.
Yep, a couple more throws to Weaver. That tight end on that drive really were the key part of it, but just well managed. Ohio's thrown a lot of different pass rush things at it. Some blitzers occasionally, some sheer numbers, but it's not really gotten home on that yet on Finn. Finn is generally has good escapability and at least dumps the ball, so he's not going to take a big loss too often.
13:29 to play. Ohio's going to get the football back. C.A. Bangura stands back at the goal line. He's been on kick return duty tonight. Again, with Amon Dennis still not ready to come back and do that on a full-time basis for Ohio. Duncan Brune is also one of the return men. He's up at about the 15-yard line if the kick goes short.
Has been trying to put those into the corner, it seems like, today, but apparently several have gone out of bounds, so not the best execution for either side.
Getting an 11-play, 60-yard Miami scoring drive. REDHAWKS 13, Ohio 10. End-over-end kick that Bangura will walk up and field at the 4. And he'll play fake to Bruin and keep the football. He goes straight to the middle field and breaks free to the 30, to the 40. He's to the Miami side of the midfield stripe. It's a fun race to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Bangura to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the house. C.A. Bangura runs the kick back at least 96 yards for the score. And just like that, on a Bangura burst, Ohio takes the lead right back.
Great head of steam, great eye for the ball, great field vision, and Miami thrown off just a bit by Bruin coming across the ball there, and they thought a misdirection, a counterplay, a handoff, or a pitch was coming. Nope.
C.A. Bangura, they're going to list it officially as 97 yards on the touchdown return on the kick. C.A. Bangura. And Ohio goes right back on top at 16-13.
Monster play, scored fast, immediately to the banquet tape with that.
Dellenbach on to try the extra point.
Needed a burst. There have not been enough burst plays on the chunk plays. Say that's the biggest one you can have, almost.
C.A. Bangura, see ball, catch ball, and run. And he did. Touchdown, Ohio. Dellenbach on to try the extra point to give Ohio a 4-point lead. Crowd still rumbling after that. The kick by Dellenbach is up, and it is good. C.A. Bangura goes 97 yards. Straight up the middle of the field. How about them apples?
You know, right in your face, right between the hashes, and sometimes it's fine to have starters on those special teams.
Ohio on top, 17-13, 13-15 to go in the game. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
The Holiday Inn Express Athens is the home of Ohio football. Located just off Route 33 on East State Street, our newly renovated rooms are perfect for your next trip to Athens. Offering both traditional rooms as well as suites, we have the accommodations you need to feel right at home. Enjoy a complimentary hot breakfast bar, free high-speed internet, a 24-hour fitness center, or relax in our indoor pool. We can't guarantee you'll be able to call the offense, but we can guarantee you stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night. Sleep where the Bobcats sleep. Call 888-HOLIDAY or click holidayinexpress.com.
Looking for your next experience? Come to Athens County, Ohio, where rolling hills meet vibrant culture. Stroll through historic Uptown Athens, savor craft brews and local flavors, and explore endless miles of hiking and biking trails in the beautiful Appalachian region. From music and art festivals to farmers markets and outdoor adventures, Athens County is the perfect place to relax, recharge, and explore. Plan your trip today at AthensOhio.com. Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong.
David White Services, the largest heating and cooling dealer in Southeast Ohio. They've been the choice of thousands for almost 50 years. Offering the most efficient Lennox heat pumps, air conditioners, and furnaces, David White Services can save you money on your heating and cooling bills. I'm Esther White-Thomas, inviting you to call us today to schedule a free estimate for heating and cooling or a new gas fireplace. There's never been a better time to buy. David White Services is a proud sponsor of Ohio Bobcat Athletics.
Ohio on top 17-13 with 13-15 to go in the game. The Donwood Toyota summary. Donwood Toyota, 900 East State Street in Athens, are online at donwoodtoyota.com. C.A. Bangura took the kick at about the 3 and just basically went straight up the middle of the field along the far side hash marks. Outran defenders into the end zone, 97 yards officially on the score. Ohio leads 17-13.
Yeah, fantastic counter punch there. One play drive, 14 seconds. And again, that's just putting one of your best players in the field in a special team situation and him answering the call. And Ohio needed that. Ohio needs something to get some lift in this building. It's been such a slog so far for both these offenses.
So with Ohio's lead at 4, the REDHAWKS will get the football back as this tight struggle between these two longtime rivals has that feeling of going right down to the wire tonight.
Well, this is the game. And these are two of the teams that invented the league, that founded this league, that were original members, and this game is still here and still means a ton. It's the game every year.
The 102nd meeting between these two. Miami have won the last 2 times they've been in Athens. In 2023 and 2019.
There had not been mugs for those years. Ohio players get a mug the years they beat Miami.
Right outside our broadcast booth, there is a tremendous
gaggle of them.
Yeah, trophy case, if you will, set up, honoring the Battle of the Bricks matchup. Now, Miami does have field distance on kicks. Keith Reynolds ran one back 100 yards against UNLV. This kick by Dellenbach will bounce to the near side, stay in bounds. No, it'll go out of bounds again.
Left corner for everybody, and everybody's failing to execute on these. They're all going out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 39. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
So Miami will start at the 35, their own 35. So that is an area that, as we talked about earlier, I'm fairly certain they're going to give that a lot of attention when we get
Miami's
back to practice.
had amazing field position second half. Own 35, Ohio 36, own 40, own 35.
REDHAWKS come straight from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. And at the running back spot, Deshaunte Jones. Daquan Finn. Quick hand claps now. Puts both arms either side of his hips. Now takes a snap and will hand to Jones, and he gets through a tackle attempt of Jay Crable, gets out across the 40 to the 41 where he is brought down. Jack Freeze for Ohio. They're going to put his knee at the 40, so call it a gain of 5. Second down and 5, Miami. 13 minutes to play in the game.
Yep, read option play, and he's just a bigger back. Crable had trouble. Crable on a smaller back takes him down to the line of scrimmage, and that time he gets 4 more.
Chris Manu, the Miami center, said earlier in the week, what our offensive line does is we just wear people down in the fourth quarter. Ohio's offensive line has that same mindset, but this is a little different front you're going against. Ohio shows just 3 rush this time. Handoff goes Jones, and he has some running room into Ohio territory across the midfield stripe. Tank Pearson hanging on for dear life. He gets across the 40 to the 39. It's a first down for Miami as he picks up 21 yards to the Ohio 39.
Yeah, Ohio tried essentially blitz too many. Showed 3, actually brought 6. It was kind of a run blitz from the inside guys. And once he beat that line of 6 dudes, it was off to the races.
Ringer comes in at the running back spot, and Jones has been a handful since he came into the game and started getting some carries.
I would stay with him, honestly.
4 carries, 31 yards. Miami's at the Ohio 39, first down and 10. The tight end, Shane, comes in motion and sets to the near side. They're going to run a reverse, toss the ball back into the hands of Finn, who wants to throw downfield. Instead, he'll go to the check down receiver near side with anybody open downfield. And making the catch and going out of bounds is Ringer, the running back, inside the Ohio 30, quickly to the 28. They pick up another chunk gain of 11. It's another first down in Ohio territory at the 28.
Play design there, the flea flicker part of that just happens too fast. It needs to be a little slower, a little bit of double move to back the defense off, counter him, and it just happens too fast. You don't really get the separation you want, and he's forced to check down because Ohio's DBs stay at home on the deep receivers.
3 wides to the far side for Finn. Miami has quickly rolled back into Ohio territory at the Bobcats' 28-yard line. Finn again goes back to throw. Comes near side, and the pass is caught, and stepping out of bounds after his momentum carried him that way was Ringer. Across the, he got back to the 27 where they're going to mark it. Yeah, so it's just a gain of 1.
Not much. Yeah, not much. 1.5. But Ringer basically had a check down, a flare route over here to the right. There were 3 receivers over here. Ohio covered 2 of them up, and he was just way to the outside, but the ball actually led him into the sideline.
Second down and 9. Jones is back into the game at the running back spot. He's off to the right of Finn. And Jones will get the football. No, check it. It's Finn keeping it on the play fake and dives to the 25. Ohio had that one spied. Jack Freeze was there for Ohio. Cam Hollabaugh dove past Finn, but Freeze was there to help out.
They've made Finn incredibly ordinary tonight, at least as a runner. That's me. He's 7 carries for under 15 yards, something like that.
Big third down here. Third down, and let's call it 7. The ball's at the Ohio 26 with 10:25 to go in the game. Ohio leads 17-13. Miami has moved quickly back into Ohio territory. The ball's at the 26. The tight end, Shane, goes into a slot, standing now in front of Finn. Now will drift back next to him. And back to throw is Finn. Looking. Flush to the near side with the football. The right-handed quarterback rolling. It would have to be run out of bounds. Again, Ohio's defense would not allow him to throw the ball downfield.
Great contain.
Great job over there. That was Ohio's Joseph Marsh, the redshirt sophomore out of Simi Valley, California, the transfer from Boise State, who made a heck of a play right there. In fact, that play will lose a yard back to the 27, and now it's 4th down and 9.
Yeah, Ohio only rushed 4, and it was just basically a generic defensive lineman down 4 rush. They flushed him out to Finn. Finn leaked out to the right. They just followed to the sideline.
Miami will keep their offense on the field.
Sure
4th
do.
and 9 at the Ohio 27. 9:45 to play in the game. Enormous play coming up here. Finn with the running back off to his right, takes a snap, and goes back to throw. Finn looking, heaving it towards the end zone. Perry's open in the end zone, caught it, touchdown. Cam Perry just ran right behind Ohio's defensive back, Tank Pearson, and Finn hit him in stride easily from 27 yards out, and Miami goes right back on top, 19-17.
He wasn't on a dead run. He almost kind of waited and delayed the route and saw the play breaking down, so he's headed on a corner route to that 2nd 0 in Ohio and is behind all the Ohio DBs.
The transfer from Indiana, the nation's leader in yards per catch at 27, catches a 27-yard scoring pass. And Miami goes ahead 19-17.
Dangerous, and it only takes 1.
Jobin on to try the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up. It angles inside the upright. That one was starting to drift to the left, but still had enough to get inside the upright and good. 9:29 to go in the game. Miami goes right back on top. After a defensive struggle through 3 quarters, we have been going back and forth here in quarter number 4. Ohio trailing. The Bobcats will have the ball when we come back. It's Miami 20, Ohio 17. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
McKee Paving is more than a paving company. We mine the sand and gravel, and we produce the asphalt that builds our roads. And in 2026, we'll be adding a state-of-the-art concrete plant to better serve southeastern Ohio. From driveways to highways, cityscapes to commercial sites, McKee is your full-service partner for paving and construction materials. We're proud to support the communities where we live and work. Building stronger roads creates stronger neighborhoods. Experience the McKee difference. Visit us online at McKeePaving.com. McKee Paving, building the foundation, paving the future.
Bobcat fans know the Internet's best selection of Bobcat gear can be found at
BobcatGear.com.
the website that's all about Ohio, just like you, with over 1,000 products online.
BobcatGear.com.
Brought to you by College Bookstore, the #1 vendor of Ohio University merchandise.
BobcatGear.com.
College Bookstore. Visit our store in Uptown Athens or shop us online anytime at BobcatGear.com.
And here we go. We are kicking off the Saturday game day. He's at the pump, swipes the OUCU Financial Visa Signature Credit Card. First down and 4% cash back on gas.
Great rates and no annual fee. That's a strong game plan right there.
Now he's at the concession stand. Swipe for popcorn. Touchdown. Snacks.
Here comes the extra point, which is just like cash back every time you swipe.
Don't stand on the sideline. Apply for your OUCU Visa Cashback Credit Card today at oucu.org. Federally insured by NCAA, subject to credit approval.
Miami goes 65 yards in 7 plays. It took 3 minutes and 46 seconds, capped off by the 27-yard scoring pass from Daquan Finn to Cam Perry, and it came on 4th and 9. And Miami goes back on top, 20-17.
Yeah, that's hard part. He brought a little bit of heat that time. I think it was five rushers, and there were plenty of DBs back there. But again, Pearson was in the ballpark, but Perry was allowed to just run by and run into the end zone soft. It's basically a soft line of Ohio DBs across the back there at the goal line, and Perry went right through it.
Well, I mentioned earlier how part of the game plan tonight was to not let Perry run free and make his life miserable, but that time he was able to run right past Tank Pearson and scoot into the end zone, and Finn, rolling out, kept the play alive and had time to fire downfield for the easy score.
Yep, he'd been flushed for a sack right before that. Again, Finn has been, frankly, incredibly ordinary on the ground. Throw games are pretty good, 16-22, buck 67, 2 scores, no picks.
Let's see where Miami kicks the football here.
Can any team keep a kicked ball inbounds and get better field position to help their defense? Both these teams have been guilty of it here in the second half.
McLaughlin will get set to boot it away. The last time he kicked it to Bangor, he went 97 yards straight up that far side hash.
Anybody else.
Sauntered into the end zone to put Ohio ahead. 9:29 to play in the game. And again, Miami leads 20-17. Bangura standing on the goal line right now. McLaughlin with the kick, very high, much shorter kick. Fair catch will be signaled for by Ohio at the 21. That was Mason Williams in, and that's where Ohio will start this drive. Still a load of time to go in this game, and Ohio will have the football. See where exactly they mark Mason Williams at. Looks like they're going to give him out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, fair catch.
On the fair catch
back there. Yeah, so it's going to adjust forward.
Yeah, I saw the other night where there was a penalty called where someone other than the guy catching the ball signaled for a fair catch, and that's where the ball was spotted.
That creates a problem.
Yeah.
So sky kick right now, the order of the day for Miami.
I would think so. First down and 10. Ohio with the football again after the fair catch by Williams. Ball's at the 25. Parker Navarro, 13 of 24 tonight, throwing the football for 147 yards. Takes the snap and goes back to throw. He'll zip to the near side, and the pass is caught across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. Rodney Harris with the grab, a gain of a half dozen. So a quick second down and 4 upcoming.
Yep, up the left side numbers and a quick flag to the sideline there.
Harris, the redshirt junior out of Princeton High School in Cincinnati. Clock rolling, 9 minutes left to play. Duncan Bruin is the Ohio running back. He's off to the left of Navarro. In the shotgun formation, there are 3 wides flanked to the far side. Navarro takes the snap, goes back to throw, delivers over the far side. The pass is tipped and almost knocked or almost intercepted. It went off the hands of a couple of Miami defenders. He was trying to get the ball quickly into the hands of Chase Hendricks at the 32. And the incompletion will bring up now a third down for Ohio, 3rd down and 4. I don't think you want to go 3 and out here now.
No, you absolutely can't. You should not. That ball was actually right on his face with a lot of velocity. He needed to catch that ball. Up the hash and cut a left turn about 7 yards upfield.
Ohio will put 3 wides to the far side. Ball's at the near side hash, Ohio's own 31-yard line. Bruin comes up to the right of Navarro, taps him on the right hip. Navarro goes back to throw, steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run. Evades one tackle attempt, spins ahead, dives across the 35, and got the first down. Navarro creating right there, spinning in the middle of the field, got across the 33. A defender had an arm on him. He was able to wiggle out of that and sprint out to the 36, a gain of 5 and a first down.
Yeah, he saw Miami walk up 6, but they were all effectively trying to get vertical. They weren't holding their spying on him. He was able to run right by him.
Navarro, 9 carries now. Picked up 6 on that.
He has not cracked a long one yet.
No, he hasn't. Bruin in the shotgun formation, now into the pistol, stands behind Navarro. Clock rolling with 8:15 to play in the game. Navarro takes the snap, hands off to Bruin, and is stood up at the 39-yard line. And that's where the play will be blown dead. Corbin Hondrew, who had that big fumble recovery earlier in the half, is in on the stop for Miami. Helped out by Nazir Washington, the 6'4", 270-pound redshirt senior from Des Moines, Iowa. That's one of the things Miami, they didn't get a lot of transfers. The portal, They were very picky whom they went after in the portal. Obviously, DeQuan Finn was a big get for them. 2nd down and 7. Cam Perry came out of the portal from Indiana. Navarro takes a snap, looks to the left, now will roll to the right to throw, zips the ball ahead, and it is low and knocked away. Trying to get it to Hendricks at the marker far side. Over there on coverage for Miami was Coy Beasley, redshirt freshman safety. We talked about the portal. He's a transfer from Purdue. So now a 3rd down and 7 for Ohio with 7.5 to play in the game.
Yeah, 3rd long. That ball a little bit underthrown. Hendricks having to come back for it. Would have been short of the mark and pretty low to the ground there. Difficult throw on the out.
Ball for Ohio at their own 39-yard line. 4 wides, 2 to either side of the Ohio line of scrimmage. Bruin angled to the right off the quarterback Navarro. 3rd down and 7. Navarro takes a snap, rushes on now. Navarro hitting the backfield, spins out, rolls to the near side. Now we'll just toss this one ahead and out of bounds. That play never really had a chance to get started as Miami had all kinds of pressure that time. As coming in, Jackson Kuwatch and Corbin Hondrew.
Essentially brought both linebackers, walked up 6, showed 6, rushed 6, flushed him, and Navarro was able to escape the left and just dump the ball out. So that's 2nd time in that drive they pulled the same 6-man look, 6-man blitz, or getting them upfield.
So Brian Smith will elect to play field position here and send the punt unit on. Magnus Haynes, who was very busy in the first half, will come on to kick here. Haynes on the night, 35-yard average. Again, line of scrimmage, the 39. Very high kick that will angle to the near side. and be fielded at the 25-yard line, a 36-yard kick. And Miami will have the football at their own 25-yard line with 7:18 to play in the game. And again, leading Ohio by the score of 20-17.
One-score game. Scoring machine got turned on a little bit here in the second half, but no one's gotten much separation.
The implications of this game are pretty simple to figure out.
Yep.
Miami wins. They take a stranglehold on first place. They'll be 5-0 in the league. Ohio would slide to 3-2, and that's a tough hurdle to try to overcome the rest of the way out. Still with games next week at Western, and then to close it out against Buffalo on the road the day after Thanksgiving. Finn to throw, first down, goes to the far side. Reynolds makes the catch and is shoved backwards right around the line of scrimmage. Well, I tell you, there was a lot going on. Flags come flying in. I think it's pretty obvious hold over there on the far side.
From far away, two very deep flags.
Well, we said that earlier, and we got an illegal use of the hands. Or hands to the face call on Ohio.
See what happened over there.
Holding, offense number 18.
Yep.
10-yard penalty, replay first down.
Working too hard trying to set that screen and that rub over there, free the receiver. Instead, they make a mistake and get pushed back on first down.
That was Antoine Thomas who had that touchdown catch earlier.
Again, a true freshman, which is a rare sighting to see play on either of these squads right now.
Ball back to the 15-yard line. Heard the late Hayden Fry once refer to a player as a true redshirt freshman.
That's so authentic in this era.
It is, isn't it?
Right.
First down at 20. The ball back to the 15-yard line, Miami's own 15-yard line. They lead 20-17 with 6:55 to play in the game. They'll hand the football off, and not much running room. Well, now breaking out of the pile and getting out across the 20-yard line, out near the 25, was the big back. That was Jones again. Ohio had him stymied right around the line of scrimmage, but he just kept churning the legs and moved out to the 25-yard line.
Someone had an ankle tackle back there. Maybe Christopher had both arms around his feet. He just kind of stepped out of it and ran out of it. That should have been done at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage was the 21. He got out to the 24. It's a gain of 4. So second down and 11 for Miami. The clock's starting to be a little bit of a factor now, nearing the 6-minute mark. They hand it off again to Jones, and again out of a tackle attempt, and falls out to the 30-yard line. It's shy of the first down. Jake Crable had him and missed him.
That's the problem. He's reading it perfectly. He's reading the option. He's getting there fast as Crable, but he cannot finish a tackle. Right now, Ohio's not finishing on this bigger running back.
Big play coming up here. 3rd down and 5. The ball for Miami at their own 30-yard line. The clock surges under 6 minutes. 5:52 to play. Ringers into the game at the running back spot. He'll stand off to the right of Daquan Finn. 3rd down and 5, Miami. On the night, the REDHAWKS are 4 of 12. Finn takes the waist-high snap and goes back to throw. Has some time in the pocket now, looking, tries to run, evades an Ohio defender, now rolling to the far side, and passes batted away at the line of scrimmage. Racing up and getting a hand up was Cam Hollabaugh, who has that big club on that right hand. As Finn was rolling out to throw, he went to deliver the ball, and Hollabaugh just reached up with the non-part of the hand that's free and knocked the pass away. Big play right there, and Miami will kick the football away.
He tipped it up. I thought Ohio might have a shot on the ricochet, getting that ball going to the sideline or maybe going to the house. Great look from Hollabaugh, who gets in the way of passes. He understands where to be, where to settle down in the zone. That time he's just stalking the quarterback solo.
Needed stop by the Ohio defense. Hendrick stands back at the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 30. As Pierce Stainton comes on to punt this one away. Good snap, no rush. Gets off the kick. Not a bad effort here. Hendricks races over to the near side, fields it at the 20. No fair catch, tries to split defenders on the return team and is dropped at the 25-yard line. So Ohio will have the football right there as Stainton got off a 50-yard kick, and Ohio will have the football 1st down and 10 with 5:19 to go in the game at their own 25-yard line, trailing 20-17.
Yep, you absolutely control your destiny here. Everything is open to you, but you need a score.
Ohio with 253 yards of offense, Miami with 276, Ohio with 105 on the ground. Bangura's into the game at the running back spot now. It's a pistol formation. Ball's at the near side hash, Ohio's own 25-yard line. Handoff goes to Bangura, going to the right side, has a hole, gets through it, out of a tackle attempt to the 29, spins out of another tackle attempt, 30, 35, still on to go out to the 40-yard line. C.A. Bangura running hard, just would not be tackled, and carries out to the 40 and picks up 15 and an Ohio first down.
Good look, and Ohio saw Miami walk up with the same six-man look, six-man rush twice from the last series. That time just ran around it.
Big gain by Bangura and a Bobcat first down out to the 40. Ball's at the far side, hash marks. Clock rolls under 5 minutes left in the game. Miami leads 20-17. Navarro hands off Bangura again and is dropped as he started to the right side, the bottom of that pile for Miami getting up for the Redhawks. And on the stop was Kuwatch, the linebacker. Play carried to the 42, a pickup of 2. Second down and 8, Ohio.
Yeah, as Ohio running the ball well enough right now to back him out of this pass rush, this vertical mode out of Miami's defense.
Bangura at the 80-yard mark on that carry. 3 wides to the near side for Navarro. They'll put Bruno, the tight end, in motion. Play fake. Navarro looks, fires, has Bruno. Tight ropes the sideline, far side in front of the Miami bench. And he stepped out of bounds back at the 46-yard line.
Very early on that one, yeah.
Yeah. So the play only gains 4. And Ohio now facing another big third down situation. 3rd and 4 with 3:50 to play in the game. Ohio on third downs tonight, 6 of 11. Ball's at the 46. The Ohio 46-yard line. Bangura to the right. 3 wides to the near, including the tight end Mason Williams. Navarro wants the tight end to come in motion. He does. Handoff goes to Bangura straight up the middle, and he's got the first down, but a flag is down. Bangura got into Miami territory at the 48, but it's
thrown back to
it's against
area
Ohio.
holding.
They're already signaling it's against Ohio.
Yeah, back to the centers and guards as that play started.
Holding. Offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
That's the right guard, Trent Allen. And that changes everything about this play call coming up. Ball moved back to the 36-yard line, and it makes it a 3rd down and 14. Ohio needs to get to the midfield stripe for a first down.
Yeah, that play started where it looked like it was going the right way, but that flagging comes in behind late after the running back had already passed.
3 wides near side. Bangura to the right of Navarro. Clock rolling to the 3-minute mark. Miami leads 20-17. 3 wides to the near side. Navarro takes a snap and goes back to throw. Rushes on. Navarro looking, still looking. Steps up now, hitting the backfield. Oh, it's got to be a face mask right there. Here comes the flags. 3 of them come flying in as Navarro was dropped back at the 26-yard line. That was fairly obvious right there.
Yeah, he spun out of the tackle right, spun left, and basically was running through a field of guys who were all reaching for him. And that time one of them reaches right through that face mask. And that's going to bail Ohio out because he was in trouble. It was only a 4-man rush. Had Ohio covered up well.
Face mask, defense number 20. 15-yard from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Adam Trick, the defensive end, grabbed the face protector, and that'll move the ball now into Miami territory at the 49.
Complete bailout, but Ohio needed that. Ohio probably deserved one. They've had to go penalties tonight that they weren't in love with. Deep PI on Pearson, and that time Ohio the beneficiary of one.
Clock starts to spin again. 2:45 left. Ohio at the Miami 49, courtesy of the face mask penalty. 2 wides to the far side for Navarro. 2 to the near side. Bangura's off to his right. Navarro takes a snap and goes back to throw. Looks, steps up and will just basically drop the ball ahead to Bangura, who dropped it. It was right in his hands. He was trying to turn upfield and just could not gain control of the football.
Just kind of a little knuckleball, a little push pass righty there. I'm not sure Bangura was expecting it, but it was the right read. It was the right idea, the way that play developed. Parker had to get rid of it.
Incompletion stops the clock with 2:29 left. If you're thinking field goal now, you've got to think about 15, maybe 20 more yards here for Ohio.
Yeah, you like to be deeper in than that.
Again, 2 wides either side. Bangura is now to the left of Navarro. On 2nd down and 10, the ball at the Miami 49. Navarro back to throw. Looking, flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the near side now. The right-handed quarterback still rolling, wants someone to move, and will heave it downfield now. And this pass is caught at the 13-yard line, at the 10, breaking free to the 5, and diving towards the pylon again, an Ohio touchdown. Down the far side, Rodney Harris. Rodney Harris makes the catch and then goes into the end zone, and Ohio takes the lead at 23-20 with 2:15 to go in the game.
Absolute busted play. 5 pass rushers forced Navarro to roll out and stick it to the left. Ball thrown downfield, underthrown, but Harris has to come back to it, I think, around the 15, catches it and just wrestles through traffic, bigger and stronger, to the goal line.
And that was, as we talked earlier, one of the things that Rodney Harris worked on all offseason long, winning 50-50 balls, getting stronger, and it pays enormous dividends, and Ohio has taken the lead right back at 23-20 with 2:15 to go in the game.
Broken play breaks your way, Ohio.
Wow. Dellenbach on for what becomes a very big extra point here.
Lead is 3. You want it to be 4 for obvious reasons.
Navarro kept that play alive. He was almost brought down in the pocket, but his ability to keep the plays alive with his feet as he rolled to the near side and finally had a receiver. He kept motioning for somebody to run downfield, and it was Rodney Harris.
Bailed him right out, turned around, and out of the 18.
Here's Dellenbach out of the hold of Magnus Haynes. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is on its way, and it is good.
It's a laser.
2:15 to go in the game. Ohio back on top, 24-20. Parker Navarro to Rodney Harris. A 49-yard touchdown pass. Our Donwood Toyota Drive scoring summary brought to you by Donwood Toyota, 900 East State Street in Athens, or online at DonwoodToyota.com. 5 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. The touchdown pass of 49 yards, and all of that as Ohio looked like they were stopped, but a face mask call on Miami gave Ohio the needed 15 yards to put the ball into Miami territory and keep the drive alive.
Yep, ugly 3rd and long for Ohio around midfield, but instead that's 15, and that's new life. And the longest play of the day, longest play of the game, 49 to Harris from Navarro.
Well, let's try not to kick this one out of bounds, huh, fellas?
Let's, keep it between the lines.
I know dangerous is the word that goes with Reynolds, the return man for Miami. He has a 100-yard kick return to his credit this season, but you don't want him starting at the 35 again. Ohio has taken the lead 24-20 in a thriller tonight here in Athens. Dellenbach swings the right leg. High end over end kick that Reynolds will come up and field at the 5 to the 10 to the 15 now, trying to cut to the middle of the field, evades one tackle, trying to get to the outside edge and slides down shy of the 20-yard line. Great coverage by Ohio that time. He tried to get to the edge and the Bobcats would just not let him get there.
Just enough contain as he got to the far hash, and Ohio puts a stop on that one and runs a few more seconds of clock. They'll get a stoppage here at the 2-minute timeout, but they have work to do.
Ball is at the 18. Well, they put it between the 18 and the 19, so that'll make it the 19-yard line.
Take it.
So Miami has 2 timeouts left plus the 2-minute stoppage. Here we go. Buckle up, everybody.
Land the plane.
Finn on the night, 16 of 23 for a couple of touchdowns. Ringer is the running back off to the right. 2 wides either side of the 6th-year quarterback. Back to throw Finn. Looking in the pocket, has some time, evades a defender, rolls to the far side on a spin move, rolling sets, heaves the ball downfield, and the pass is caught by the receiver going airborne to haul that one in for Miami across the 40-yard line.
18.
Wow.
That's Thomas again, I think.
Yeah. Going airborne to haul that one in traffic out to the 46-yard line, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout.
And at a critical time, another critical catch for a freshman.
So that stops the clock and also takes us to our last official stop.
Please put 1:58 on the game clock. The ruling on the field is a catch. That is a 2-minute timeout.
We will step aside. 1:58 to go in the game. Ohio leads Miami 24-20. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Mark Porter Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Ohio University Athletics. Mark Porter Chevrolet Buick GMC in Pomeroy is one of Ohio's largest GM dealers and is a 13-time Mark of Excellence Award winner. Mark Porter Ford is the 2021 President's Club Award winner for dealership sales and service, and a top 3 dealer in the Cincinnati Select region. Mark Porter Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Pomeroy and Jackson has the largest Jeep and Ram inventory in Southeast Ohio. Visit markporterauto.com to get your Car Ferry discount today. The Car Ferry will be chanting, OU, oh yeah, let's go Bobcats.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are dropping early. You can save up to 50% throughout the store all weekend. Yep, call it what you want. Manifestation, luck, fate. The point is, it's happening. Plus, you'll earn $15 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent on Friday. Shop early Black Friday deals at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. And thank the universe later. Select styles up to 50% off, valid November 7 through 9. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Looking for a place where you can relax and recharge? Welcome to Hampton Inn Athens. Enjoy our spacious rooms with comfy beds, free Wi-Fi, and a delicious hot breakfast every morning. Plus, stay connected with our high-speed internet and unwind in our refreshing pool and hot tub. Whether you're on a business trip, a family vacation, or just passing through, Hampton Inn Athens is your home away from home. Book your stay today and experience comfort and convenience with a touch of Hampton hospitality. Hampton Inn Athens. Your comfort starts here. Go Bobcats!
Allow us to make a correction for Miami. Wearing 18 is Braylon Isom, who was listed on every roster we received as 17, and we were not informed of any type of uniform number change for Isom. So he's the one who caught that earlier touchdown pass and came up with that big catch there crossing the middle. The ball's out to the 46.
Yeah, we thought it was Thomas. This is another freshman from Michigan, a couple inches taller, but gets you the same place.
That play, again, carried out to the 46, a gain of 27. So a first down and 10 for Miami. Again, resetting this one for you. Ohio has 3 timeouts left. Miami has 2. And again, we are at the 2-minute timeout of this one here. It has been a thriller tonight, certainly here in the fourth quarter. Game was a we'll throw a punch, you throw a punch, defensive type struggle. And it stayed that way for the better part of the third quarter. Then things started to open up. We've had a 97-yard kickoff return by Ohio C.A. Bangura, a 4th and 9, 27-yard touchdown pass by Miami.
Yeah. It's 3-3 at the half, 21-17 Ohio since the half, 21-17 second half.
First down and 10 Miami. Again, the ball up to the 46, their own 46, just above the left ear of the attack cat logo at midfield here at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium, where Ohio has won 10 straight games. Last team to beat Ohio here has the football.
Sure do.
They speed Reynolds in motion from the near to the far side. Taquan Finn takes a snap and goes back to throw now. Flush to the near side, will deliver ahead, and the pass is it's intercepted. It's taken away by Ohio. Sliding down to take the ball away for the Bobcats. Coming away with the low throw was Jalen Thomason. Ohio gets the football back.
Badly underthrown ball. That's Ringer, the running back, has played a lot late in this game. Threw it to him low and well behind him around the 50.
What a play. What a play by Jalen Thomason. That low throw, and he went down and got it. And Ohio gets the football back on the turnover. The 6th pick of the season.
The field of an interception is under further review.
Yeah, they'll review that. We're getting a look from the south end zone, but doesn't declare anything for us.
Exactly. They'll take a look at this.
But that was the first real big mistake out of Finn we've had tonight. Underthrown ball, we've seen some of that, but that time Ohio had a player in the vicinity.
Wow. The excitement the level has rocketed here inside Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium. We will hold our breath here while the review takes place. If that is an interception, that's just the 3rd Miami turnover in their last 6 games.
Yeah, they've been light on that this year. They've been able to maintain possession of the ball. They've not thrown a bunch of picks, virtually no fumbles out of this group. They've been very ball secure.
Referee Chris Lamongi and his crew. Lamongi is at the replay monitor right now.
Would be just the 6th pick for Finn if it is of the season.
Clock is stopped with 1:51 left in the game. Thomason laid out for that ball, went low to haul it in. Wasn't a very good throw by Finn.
No. No, that was soft. Low velocity and low to the ground.
You almost think if he gets that one up high, that's a first down and more for Miami.
Yeah, they were running complicated crossing routes and stuff underneath, trying to distract Ohio.
Here's Chris Lamanji.
After review, the ruling on the field of an interception is upheld. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Ohio 49-yard line.
So the Ohio defense makes a play when needed.
Happened. Now Ohio needs a first down, burn Miami's 2 times out, and run out this clock.
Ball is at the 49 of Miami with 1:51 left. Just the 3rd Miami turnover in the last 6 games. Navarro with Bangura standing behind him in the pistol formation. Ohio leads 24-20. Navarro takes the snap, gives to Bangura to the right side, and he gets inside the Miami 45 to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 7 on that. And again,
Miami, their second timeout of the half. Clock operator, please put 1:47 on the game clock. 1:47.
I was just about to tell you that Miami had 3 timeouts to use, or 2 timeouts rather. They have left now after burning that one. So 1:46 to go in a game. A seesaw 4th quarter of emotions in this one.
Yeah, no one's ever created any kind of separation or built this lead out past essentially part of a possession. No one's led by a full touchdown this game at any point. It's been incredibly tight.
Well, it's Maction, right?
It is. But usually you expect to look up the end and it be 48-45, not this thing. You'll take a win however you collect it, though. Ask Brian Smith.
I don't know that my ticker could take 48-46. I'm having enough trouble with 24-20 right now. 2nd down and 4. Bangura stands behind Navarro. 1:47 left in the game. Ohio hanging on to a 24-20 lead. Navarro hands off Bangura into the hole to the right side. Blake's blasts out of a tackle attempt inside the 35.
There it is.
And gets to the 29 on Ohio first down. 13 yards.
That's the first down you had to have. Miami trying to strip, trying to grab the ball. But now Miami's going to run out of time with only 1 timeout remaining.
Another Bangura burst. And the ball to the Miami 29. Clock rolling, 90 seconds left.
Ohio will run it down here and be snapping in the area of 110, 108.
This creates, if it stays this way, a 4-way logjam atop the MAC standings. Ohio goes into the victory formation.
That's the one.
Down to a knee. Navarro turns and hands the football to the center judge, Anthony Romano.
Timeout, Miami, their final timeout of the half.
They'll use their final timeout. Ohio 108 away from moving into a 4-way tie for the lead in the MAC standings. It would be Miami, Buffalo, Western, and Ohio all at 4-1.
But Ohio with now the tiebreaker over Miami when this ends, and the chance to do the same, essentially put that half game or full game on Western 1 week from tonight at 8 p.m.
And that one suddenly becomes rather large, even bigger than we thought it would be at the beginning of the season.
I'm going to pat myself on the back. I saw the game in April, man, and I said Western could be the problem, and Western's going to be better. And I hope it's a great game and Ohio walks out of there with a win, but Western has been my fear all year.
Ohio with the football, victory formation. Down to a knees, Parker Navarro. Ohio leads 24-20. Clock is rolling. Miami cannot stop it.
Drink it in.
Another classic Battle of the Bricks matchup between these two longtime rivals. Celebratory handshakes going on amongst the Ohio players. They'll have to snap the football one more time. It's upcoming. Navarro, one hand clap, takes the snap, down to a right knee, and Ohio will beat Miami for the 2nd consecutive time and do so at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium and win for the 11th consecutive time on their home field and snap Miami's 11-game Mid-American Conference regular season win streak. one that folks will remember for a long, long time tonight here in Athens. Ohio defeats Miami 24-20. The Bobcats move into a first-place tie in the Mid-American Conference race with a 4-point win over Miami. Once again, the final score tonight, Ohio 24, Miami 20. Stay with us. Our happy postgame show is coming up next. Ohio victory over Miami 24-20. This is the Ohio Sports Network from Learfield.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names. Whatever your heating needs, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Schedule your appointment today with Air Claws Heating and Cooling Systems at airclaws.com. Bryant, doing whatever it takes, and a proud sponsor of your Ohio Bobcats.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
This is your home for Ohio football. The Ohio Sports Network from Learfield, presented by Holzer.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA, is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families, and one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
All right, everybody, exhale. Ohio
Deep breath,
beats Miami 24-20 in an absolute thriller tonight here at Frank Solich Field at Peden Stadium. Welcome back, along with Rob Cornelius, Matt Schweikert in our Learfield Network studios. I'm Marty Bannister, and wherever you were listening or sampling this game tonight, I think you certainly enjoyed it. Certainly the fourth quarter is something that folks will talk about for quite some time. Just a plethora of big plays on both sides of the ball, and offensively and defensively. Ohio came up with the one, though, at the end that was needed. The Jalen Thomason interception on a low throw by Daquan Finn. And Thomason went low, scooped it up, and then Ohio went to the victory formation and wins this one tonight again by the count of 24-20. Rob Cornelius had a little bit of everything, didn't it?
It really did, and no team ever really lifted and separated and got to a big lead on the other. This game was just back and forth, punch, counter punch. Second half had a lot more scoring. That first half, there's not a lot for the banquet tape. A lot of feel-good, though, 3-3 out of the half. Finn was good tonight, but not dominant, and he never going running the ball at all. And he's trying to make a difficult throw on a first down play to the outside, and that cost them the game, period. Ohio had it red, short ball, and that's an easy pick.
And again, as Brian Smith has said numerous times to anyone who will ask him and to anyone who will listen, the goal is winning the second half.
Yep.
And obviously
doesn't matter
winning the whole game, but you want to put teams away and be the team that wins the game in the second half, and they did that tonight. We talked about the big plays. The pick by Thomason, the deflection by Cam Hollabaugh was huge on a play where Finn is rolling out. Of course, the kick returned by Bangura was huge. So many big plays.
Yeah, I mean, and the throw essentially off a broken play by Parker Navarro to find Harris down there at the 18, ends up going for 49 the last 20 yards. That essentially Harris running through guys guys and overpowering smaller DBs. So many good things, so many little bits here and there, and you beat the team probably most similar to you in style in the league and, frankly, in quality. We knew at the beginning of the season these were two of the top 3 or 4 teams regardless in this league, and tonight showed that, and they were dead even till they weren't.
And it's interesting, our network producer, Matt Schweikert, who does such a fantastic job of keeping us updated on scores and cutting highlights, said to us at the half, hey, there's not a whole lot of highlights.
No.
Well, I think we kind of made up for that in the second half of this game.
Absolutely. It's basically like the first half of this game was like a baseball game. There was 1-0 or 1-1, and there were scores on sack flies. It wasn't exciting. It was baseball, but nothing happened. The second half was magic.
But it was heart-pounding, though, here tonight in Athens. And just what you would expect between these two rivals, the 102nd meeting between Ohio and Miami goes to Ohio by the final of 24-20. More of our postgame show coming up. Highlights